coffee, Blake.
It's fine.
Let's see. I'm gonna need the stream up
This
so I
character
can
has
see it.
chosen death.
Let's see. Oh, I do have it up somewhere. I'm gonna need the stream up. Alright, so hold up
This
so I
character
can
has
see it.
chosen death.
Let's see. Oh, I do have it up somewhere. I'm gonna need the stream up. Alright, so hold up
This
so I
character
can
has
see it.
chosen death.
Okay, so that should have worked. Let's bring this over here so it's easier for me to see. Let's put this up. Let's bring this back up. Actually, hold up before I do that. Let's take that down. Let's open that up. Actually, we'll just do it that way. And we will open that up like that and do that. Okay, I think we're good to go here, people. I think we're good to start moving out here. All right, so welcome to the HPMP podcast, JRPG podcast, episode 39. We are back out here again for another episode. All right, so we got our usual suspects for the most part in the building with one new guest. But we'll start out with the intro. So go ahead, Bob.
Hey guys, Bowser Carriger here. Thanks for having me on as always. Unfortunately, Pelvic is not here because she was too scared. So Riku's here though.
Ouch.
So I have to commend you for at least showing up. For those that don't know, we might get into it.
Okay.
We might.
Boy.
All right, Souls.
What's up, everybody? Always glad to get together to do another podcast episode. Can't wait to get into these topics.
Riku.
Riku's on one, aka Petty Son One here. How's everybody doing today? Nice old Sunday. Everyone apparently is getting ready for the Super Bowl, but I say fuck the Super Bowl because I don't give a fuck about sports. I give a fuck about them JRPGs. That's what we.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Blake.
It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's your boy back at it again. We are ready. Loki, the Super Bowl last year, they had their chance to play that SpongeBob song, and they didn't. So they're fucking dead to be the rest of their lives.
And our guest, Sosuke, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the chat where they can find you.
What's up, everybody? It is Sosuke the Bro, and you can find me on Twitter at Arisu and on YouTube at Sosuke the Bro, and I'm glad to be here. It's nice to be here and possibly watch Bao slaughter Riku.
Oh, man, you hate to see it. And, of course, you guys know me. I'm Shadow Elite HD, a JRPG enthusiast, JRPG god, all that good stuff. All right, and we're going to start with, for now, we're going to start with what's everybody currently playing at the moment. Riku, what are you currently playing right now?
I am currently playing a game on the PlayStation 1 known as Alundra. A lot of people swear by this game, critically acclaimed. It seems that this type of game is meant for people who are veterans into the classic Legend of the Zelda games, you know, the 2D ones back in the SNES days. I've never played a Legend of Zelda game before. So hopping into this, I wasn't really that fond of it. There's a few things that I like about it, but I think overall, there's just too many damn puzzles in this game. Fucking hell. Like, there are dungeons where you go into the dungeon, there's a puzzle. Okay, fine. Get through the puzzle. And then you go to the next floor of the dungeon, and then it's another puzzle. You're like, okay, where are the enemies? Okay. You fucking finish that puzzle, and then you get to the third floor, and then there's another puzzle. I'm like, what the hell? And then that's the end of the dungeon. I'm like, this is a dungeon puzzle. Hey, this is a puzzle dungeon. Huh? Go ahead.
So there was no boss or anything like that, or
no boss. I got my item and then I left the dungeon. And then there were a few dungeons that were like this. And then the whole world map literally feels like a puzzle because they don't tell you where the fuck to go. But I mean, it's
you know, it's a better version of what you're playing. I think you'd like Lufia or Lufia 2 specifically.
Oh yes, I've been hearing good things about Lufia. I was actually thinking about Lufia earlier today.
Isn't there a sequel to Alundra?
Yes, and I heard that sucks. There's also a prequel to it called Landstopper on the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm playing Alundra. I'm trying to get through it.
All right. Sosuke, what are you playing, man?
I'm playing Disgaea because of some tampering and tomfoolery.
This
I
guy.
see nothing wrong. This guy is good.
Yeah, it's a really good
This
game.
guy is good though. It's a very good game. I'm enjoying it. So far, like the plot is very campy and hokey. I like all the characters. I'm liking the system, like the geo symbols, where you can set up different chains and just clear up enemies or just get different bonuses.
Oh, which one are you playing? Are you just playing one?
One.
Oh, okay.
One.
Complete,
I tried
right?
5 a long time ago. Could not get into it. 1, I'm actually getting a grasp of the systems in 1.
Hold up. Time out. You couldn't get into 5?
There was
That's
a lot
crazy.
going on there.
I've heard a lot of people say that because Gab couldn't get into
Bro,
5 either.
I couldn't
But
get into
remember, 5 has a ton of systems in place that the previous games.
I
they
traded
added.
5 in first chance I got.
Yeah,
Like
it's
5, if you start with 5, it's not a really good starting point because it can be kind of overwhelming with how many things are in it.
yeah.
What?
I will say this: enjoy the geo symbols while you're with this guy 1 because they changed them right after 2.
Yo, Disgaea
boy.
5. That was a great game. That's like one of my top 10 JRPGs of the decade. Disgaea 5.
Yeah, 5 is
And
freaking
I can't
fantastic.
wait to get to it. But first, let me finish the story with Laharl.
Okay, that's cool. Laharl's cool people. Edna's cool people. Flan's cool. Except for Gordon.
Lahar-
Yeah,
I like
can't-
Gordon.
he's
Listening
such
to
a dork.
Laharl's voice, ever since Bao said, "Oh, that's Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers," I was just like, why? Now every time Laharl talks, it's just this feeling of, don't you have some monsters to make grow?
You can't
some things
unhear it
to
at
do.
this point.
Yeah.
All right. Souls, what are you playing, man?
I'm juggling a few games right now. So as you already know, still playing Kakarot. Just got done with the Cell Saga pretty much. Going back and forth to Cold Steel 3. I'm hoping to knock out Kakarot actually, just so I can just fully dedicate to CS3. And I've been in a Warriors phase. Like I just bought freaking Berserk because I haven't played that one yet. It's been on my list for the longest time.
I always forget that exists. I need to play that. It's like, no one
Yeah. I found it for a good deal, so I said, let me pick that up. And also, I picked up Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge on PS3 because I just wanted to get it because I felt like it's been getting super hard to find lately. So I just wanted to get it when I was seeing a good deal. But
I
yeah,
have to fix that myself.
Okay. Ba, what are you playing?
Right now I am switching between Temtem, which I'm really into, and also I'm back in the Final Fantasy 14. Finally beat Shadowbringers, and now I'm just kind of leveling up other classes, etc.
Okay. All right. And Blake, what you out here playing?
So much like Souls, I am rocking out with that Kakarot. I think Souls and I are literally playing at the exact same pace because I just finished Cell Saga as well. So with that in-between phase. I've also gone back to Fire Emblem Three Houses because the next DLC comes out for it, the story portion of it. Yeah, the Mole Man DLC that's coming on the 11th of February, where you get to play as the household that's in the basement. So I'm looking forward to that, and I've also gone back to Smash Bros because you never truly put down Smash Bros because Byleth is out. Byleth is controversial. Byleth is heavy mid tier, but Byleth is fun.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right, we're gonna get all into Fire Emblem. So I'm currently playing myself. I'm really in between games, but I'm really playing Nocturne.
Really trying to knock it out, huh?
I'm trying to knock that game out. I'm really trying to get that game out the way.
For the end of this
Emphasis
year.
on trying.
Wait, guys, y'all gotta drop some W's in the chat for your boy who beat Metatron.
There we go. See,
Congrats.
Give him a round of applause for doing something that
He
took me
tried.
one try.
How
Ah,
could you kill
please.
my favorite persona?
Maybe
My brother
you can
walked
beat
out the
this
house,
year,
said,
though,
"Call me."
Shadow. You're gonna beat it this
My
year.
brother walked out the house and said, "Call me when you beat Metatron." I called him the next morning. I was like, "Don't ever do that again."
See, you probably just got lucky. Oh, what, did you play on hard?
Yes, he made me do it.
Sure. Probably looked up guides and whatnot
I mean-
just to see what was up. You know?
I mean, a level 92 Dante helps.
Oh wow! How'd you get to level 92?
That man grinded. My
What?
brother's a madman.
Oh, so you not playing? It's just like you two people playing the game. No, don't count. Shut up.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Don't beat Metatron once. One try is one try, ain't that right, Shadow?
Nah. Oh, Cal, you ain't playing the game by yourself. You alternating with your brother. Nah, chill, bro. I can't good
Do what
time
you
just
gotta
give you
do.
When
that.
I'm sleep, you grind. When you sleep, I grind.
That's how it
Bro.
usually works.
Bro, that's what shadow clones are for.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. See? Blake gets it.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to ask the chat. Is that like really playing the game? You and your brother alternating? I don't think so.
Add to the topic. That's a topic for this week. Let's go.
Oh my god, what have I done?
I'm also playing, well, kinda, cause like I'm technically like just in between games. I'm going to maybe get back into Ys 8, or I'm going to start Shin Megami Tensei 4. I'm not sure
Ooh.
if I want which one I
Right,
want
that's
to
some
do.
T4 greatness.
Maybe you should make a poll.
Yeah, maybe I
No.
No.
We're not doing that again, Riku. Nice try.
What?
All right. All right, so we're going to get into this now, guys, with some topics. Before I do that, be sure to hit the like button if you are viewing live. There's a couple of you guys in here, and only so many likes. If you could just do us the biggest honor and hit that like button. Also, if you are inclined to throw a super chat, it will appear on screen, and we will all be able to see it and answer your question right away. Okay, so before we dive actually into the topics, what is going on right now with Bao, Pelvic, Riku? What's happening here? Give me
So what
the
happened was my good friend Sosuke, one of my closest friends, was going to play Xenogears, but as a formality, since someone bought him Disgaea on PC, he made a poll saying, what should I play, Xenogears or Disgaea? He assumed Xenogears would win, like everyone, but Disgaea won. And you want to know how Disgaea won?
How did it win?
Our friend Riku here, unbeknownst to everyone else, went to not only his friends, his goons, but also the Disgaea Reddit page and had them all
Oh
on the poll.
man!
And Pelvic was in on this. So I was excited for my friend, my good buddy Sosuke, to experience that Xenogears greatness. But nope, the slanderous one and the coward Pelvic had to intervene. And he did this just to piss me off, mind you. Not because Sosuke, they wanted him to play the sky, just to piss me off specifically.
Oh man! Hold up. So Riku, you did that just to piss off Bao?
Oh hell yes, I did it.
You know what, my guy? Good
No
job.
other
Good
motive.
job. Good job.
No other motive
Hell
than to piss
yeah.
me off.
Good job. That's
I
a damn good
I want to
plan.
remember the time where I was in your chat, and then I think I was AFK for a little while, and you threw me in another chat called Falcom Fanboys or something like that.
I thought it
He
was Falcon.
fell asleep on
You-
Discord or
you
something
were
like that.
gone.
And I threw him into a on the spot channel in my Discord called Falcom Fanboys. And he didn't realize until hours later.
Wow.
I have to come back and be like, really, man? What the fuck?
Where am I?
I mean, Riku, you disappeared. I've fallen asleep on Discord and got 2 Sleepy Boy tabs, so it works.
Nah, I wasn't asleep. I was AFK, but I mean, I came back. But the point is, yes, I did it to piss off Bao. It was great. I saw the poll and I was like, I mean, Xenogears is a very good game, but we got to get that Disgaea winning. So yes, I did hit up all my PMs. I did go to the Discord server channel on for NIS America. I'm in there because Cold Steel 3, but I saw
Man
they
put
had a
his
Disgaea.
hand in the air and said, "Lend me your energy."
Yeah, no, that's literally what I said in their Discord channel. I was like, I dropped the tweet inside there. I was like, Disgaea fans, give me your energy, and they're like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but this guy's gonna win, baby.
It's so horrible.
Disgusting.
Why you gotta be that guy?
Bruh.
The way I see it, I think it was like Xenogears was going to win if
Oh, yeah,
nothing-
yeah,
no
when it
outside
first started-
interference.
When it first started, because I was watching the poll, when it first started, Disgaea was winning, and then Xenogears started to win, and I was like, oh no, we're not gonna have this.
And Pelvic was completely and utterly like she was an
Oh yeah,
assessor.
I PM'd her and I was like, we got to get this guy winning on this.
You
On
see,
this
she has
poll
time to be on Discord, but not time to address this situation in the chat.
Mm.
For those of y'all in the
Interesting.
stream chat, if y'all have played Devil Survivor 1 Overclocked, Riku was being Loki. He was just putting his hand where it didn't need to be.
Hold on, guys, we got a super chat. KJ92 funded 2 girls loving the podcast. Okay, that might have been a little bit loud.
Giving you some love.
All right, thank you for the super chat, my guy. We really appreciate it.
Where do you get these gifts?
Yo, man, listen, man. I
Have
got
you even watched Expelled from Paradise?
like 20 times, bro.
Okay,
Jesus.
all
All right.
That's like one of my favorite anime movies.
bro, it's so good.
It
was
really
good.
is. Okay, so we gotta let Pelvic live for now because I ain't believe Pelvic would be like that. All right.
Hey,
it's
you
Euros.
know,
You,
I'm
you
the
know,
one that
you
was
know all the
slandering
slander you do
Nia.
on Nia. Exactly.
Yeah,
all
I
that
was about to
slander.
say.
It was easy to turn her to the dark side. She was like, "Oh, wait, this is all to piss off about." Oh yeah, I'm definitely in. I was
But
like,
what's crazy is that in that same day, I watched a video of Pelvic. So I was like, she seems nice. And then she joins the slanderous one.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
that's great. I'm glad this guy won. You got greatness to experience.
"Hmm."
Indeed.
I do.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't.
All right. Let's move to our first topic of the evening. Let's go to this Final Fantasy VII Remake got delayed to April. Guys, this is kind of, I guess, quote-unquote old news at this point, but the podcast hasn't gone on for a couple of weeks.
You can talk about it.
So we're also going to talk about the trailer as well. But I want to go around the room real quick. What do you guys think of this delay? Does it mean anything? Sosuke, what do you think?
Me personally, I think the game might have needed a delay to work out possible bugs. Probably add a couple of more, I don't know, side quests, things for people to do in Midgar since it's only Midgar. Give people more things to do and just work out the game. And hopefully just make it good enough so that it's worth possibly the 60, and if not, make it worth the price drop that it's going to get to 40, because I see that happening very, very fast.
Okay, fair enough. So, what do you think about this delay?
Honestly, nowadays delays don't really hurt me. Don't really matter which game it is, just because.
Did he drop?
Just because.
Just
Oh no, they got him.
Souls got
They got him.
assassinated.
Bro, he got
Still
delayed.
here, so-
He got delayed.
Got delayed. Oh no.
All right.
Square was like, I'll show you to not care about delays.
Oh man. All right. Let's come back to Souls. Bob, what do you think of this delay?
For Square is probably a good thing because what was it before March something? And March is
3rd.
what packed full of a million games already.
Mm.
So for Square, that's good. For me, I still don't even know if I'm going to pick this up day one, so it doesn't affect me. So I'm just kind of personally.
Okay. All right. Blake, what do you think?
I'm kind of with Bao. I'll tell. Okay, I'm gonna admit this right now on stream. I am not gonna buy this game. I'm gonna wait till my friend gets done so I can borrow it because I'm broke. So it doesn't necessarily affect me. I've got so much in the backlog now. I'm kind of with Souls on the fact that like delays don't hurt me as much as they used to. If they delay Battle for Bikini Bottom, I'll cry.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Oh,
He's
okay,
back.
okay, yeah.
But overall, what's that saying that's overused?
No, don't
bad
say
game.
it. Don't you say it.
Bad
Don't
game.
you fucking
Bad
say it.
rush game. Bad. You know what I mean. A forever bad game is forever good. A forever good game is forever bad, or something. Whatever. Either way.
I think it's a delayed game is eventually good. A bad game is bad forever, or something like that.
Yeah,
Which is
something like
crazy
that.
because that's not necessarily the case anymore with patches and shit.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
Big facts.
So
Oh,
it'll
and that
come
But
out
wouldn't you
when
rather it
comes
be
out.
good from day one though instead of having to be patched?
Oh no, I definitely agree. I'm just saying that statement is it's outdated now.
Technically false.
I
Listen,
mean,
leave Miyamoto
the
alone.
phrase-
He had good intentions.
Oh, no,
The phrase
I
died
understand.
with one game. And that game is Duke Nukem Forever. Guess how long that game took to come out? And look how bad it was even after
Longer than
all
Kingdom
that
Hearts
time.
3?
I think it's
Kingdom
all
Hearts
bad.
3. Kingdom Hearts 3 satisfied me, and that's all that matters.
Nah, it really isn't. Riku, what do you think about the delay?
I'm like always in the backlog. So anytime I hear about a delay for a game that I was going to get, as long as it's not a Falcon game, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Like delay that game, push it back because I'm probably playing. Not probably. I am playing something. I'm always playing something. So to be honest, anytime a new game comes out, I'm having to stop playing my backlog to play this new game. Like when Neo comes out, if I'm not done with Alundra, I'm gonna be like, even though I'm hyped to play Neo, I'm like, I gotta put Alundra down for a minute and play Neo and then get back to Alundra. The backlog always gets put back on the backlog when the new shit comes out. So
Okay.
I would rather finish I would rather finish what the fuck I'm playing now than to have to put anything on hold that I'm currently playing,
Okay.
So, yeah.
I think this delay it's a whatever delay. It's only a month. It's not a big deal. I was going on Twitter just saying that, okay, these companies are just delaying games and giving us the excuse of we got to make the game better. And like most people on Twitter, Reddit, they just eat that stuff up and they'll say back to you like, "Oh, do you really want a game to come out terrible? It's going to be delayed to make it better." But you realize that all these companies are saying the same thing to you. You're just eating it up and you're just like defending them for the most part. It's really like you can't be like me who would just point this out, because if you do, you seem like an asshole for not wanting to get the best possible game. But I just have to say that it's the perfect defense. Like if you say that, well, we delayed this game maybe because another game is coming out or something like that, people will probably be a little bit upset. But if you just say that, oh, we're making the game better for you, nobody can talk.
Well, I think the last company I know that straight up told us why was CD Projekt Red with Witcher 3. Because when Witcher 3 got delayed like twice, and the very last one, people were upset, but they straight up said, if we release this now, you'd just be playing a buggy mess. So that's why we're delaying it.
I mean, yeah, that's the same thing. They're trying to make the game better for the most part. Well, that's the second delay, right? Why do we have
at least 2? It's been a while since Witcher 3, but I remember there was at least 2.
Okay. Might be me.
It is funny though how like all these games got announced to be delayed all at once.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody is trying to get their delay in now while it's cool.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, they delayed it. Let's hurry up and throw ours in too.
Exactly.
It looks suspicious to me. Like it's just like delaying games isn't a trend. It needs to be for a good reason. Y'all can't just copy the same essay. It's like, yo, can I copy your homework? Sure, just make it look different. Using a different background with the same wall of text in your game's logo does not change that you're delaying the game just because someone else delayed theirs.
If they want to delay the Fairy Tail game to make it a Warriors game, you won't hear me complain.
Oh my god, that's never gonna happen. That game is gonna be just a big old pile of bland and meh.
It's an RPG, so it'll fit in with the rest of them.
I'm a Fairy Tail detractor. I do not like that show's writing, but the fights are godlike.
Right,
so please let the special attacks in that RPG be great, because come on, man.
About to go look at some Atelier games and compare and be like, please make these animations good.
Okay, from the Final Fantasy delay, let's not to get too far off topic. Let's talk about the new trailer. Did anybody see that new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yes, I
okay.
did.
So the first thing that got to me with this trailer is like what, 3 minutes long or something like that. I had to stop like halfway because I was getting emotional. I was getting nostalgic. Just like I was getting such a rush of feelings. I was like, I don't need to watch this trailer. I'm buying the game anyway. I'm like, Square Enix, please don't fuck this up. Please let this game be good. For the love of God, you can't mess this game up. All right, I was just so excited. I didn't watch the rest of the trailer, so I don't know what goes on in the rest of the trailer. I did see female Cloud, and I was like, oh, okay, they had to do this. And apparently, the Honeybee Inn is like if anybody's seen One Piece, you know that character Bon
Clay.
Yeah, Bon Clay.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name? Ivankov or something like that?
Yeah,
Ivankov. Yeah, that's what seems like. Whatever he had in Nepal Down, it seems like what the Honeybee Inn is. It's pretty crazy. But we'll go around the room. Riku, what did you think of the trailer?
I didn't think anything of the trailer because I have not seen it.
Okay.
I did withheld from seeing the trailer because, like you said, I'm gonna get the game. I don't want to see any of this. I'm already sold. That's cool, but it's cool that it's out there. I saw Female Cloud. I saw Red 13. Is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a screenshot of how he's gonna look. I'm assuming he's in that trailer or whatever. But it's cool that they're
Oh, Pelvic is here. She said room for one more.
All right, she could jump in.
Oh shoot! All of a sudden, bad shit ain't so shit. Oh shoot! All right, hold up.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'm still hyped. So yeah.
All right, fair enough. Blake, what do you think about this trailer? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. My opinion basically with Riku. I'm gonna play it eventually. As someone who only knows like 2 or 3 things about Seven in general, the less I know, the better. So I'm gonna just wait.
Okay, fair enough. Bow.
I have an issue with this trailer, and it's really an issue with Square in general. With this trailer, you've seen every event from Midgar. Like every major event, except for like the Shinra headquarters slaughter, has been shown to us. It's like the last thing we didn't see was Red 13. Um, just some minor scenes from around Midgar as well, like Scarlet, etc. And this trailer showed all of that. I was assuming they were keeping this under wraps until the release, but nope. With this, you have seen everything. And even as someone that has played Final Fantasy VII before and knows all the story parts, that's still kind of a buzzkill for me.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to I literally did not want to watch the trailer anymore. I stopped at like a minute and a half in. I was like, no, I'm done. I don't need to see anything else. We're good to go.
It's like it shows a couple new things, which is cool, but overall, it kind of had a negative effect on me personally.
It's like I saw it like you saw like the whole group meeting Sephiroth at the reactor.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to see that in the game. Like, all right, so that's fine. Whenever we go to a makeover reactor with everybody, how much want to bet we're gonna destroy one more makeover reactor than before we get to the part with Shinra?
Oh, they could definitely squeeze it. If this is going to be a full game, they can squeeze 2 more in, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. So what do you think of the trailer?
But I enjoyed the most of it. Like the only thing that I really enjoyed was mostly soundtrack, the theme they had. That was pretty cool because it reminded me of like the Yu Yu Hakusho ending theme. And yeah, it looks. I mean, what more can we say besides it looks like a good game? It's like that thing where, like you said, we don't need to see more. We just need to play this daggone game.
Exactly. Pelvic, you around?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We hear you perfect.
Woo!
Okay, so
What's up?
what's up? So our current topic right now is the Final Fantasy Remake trailer. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah.
What
yeah,
you
I
think?
did. I thought it was great. Like I have never played Final Fantasy VII, but I'm kind of excited to know whatever the fuck's going on with that like honeybee brothel thing. I'm like that. This is this is the selling point. Here we go. I'm ready for this now.
Yeah, I knew a couple of people would, especially girls, would be interested in that scene. So,
Yep, I'm here. I'm here for it. No shame. No shame. So, no, it does look really good, and I do still want to play the original first, though. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm going to play this, I just want to see what I want to see the glow up. Yeah.
You can at least
the
play through
graphics
Midgar, which is like 8 hours.
Oh, is that like a bulk of the? I assume that's like a bulk of the game, though. And then
No,
eventually you go out
Not
into
necessarily.
Okay, so
No?
this
Okay,
first part
sorry.
you're getting was the first 8 hours of the original game, basically.
Holy shit!
expanded.
Wow.
mm,
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it wouldn't take you long to play whatever this remake is going to be. It wouldn't take you long to just pop in 7, play through that, and be like, okay, I'm ready. Then put it
Gotcha.
down.
Gotcha.
all right. Sosuke, what did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was pretty good. It was handled pretty well. Like, there's a lot of things I'm interested in, like why Sephiroth was in the reactor in the first place. Like, if you played the game, like if you played OG7, you know that's a whole different subject entirely. Also, that new soldier first class guy, I'm interested in why he exists and who he's supposed to be. And I thought it was pretty good. Female Cloud, definitely high tier moment of that trailer. Quote me on this. It is literally the.
Weren't
They
people
handled
making
that
a big
perfect.
thing of that on Twitter?
Yeah, let's not talk about that, please.
The LGBTQ community.
I wasn't even them. They aren't even mad about it. It's just people who need something to be mad at.
That's the type of people I hate the most.
Or it's just I need something to be mad at, so I'm gonna be mad at that. It's just how they are.
Okay, so God, I lost my train of thought on this one. I had something else to say about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I completely forgot. But Pelvic, real quick, it seems that you were Riku's partner in crime on a poll that happened.
Yep, sure was.
Oh man,
She admits
Is
to it.
One of Riku's little goons. They work together.
No shame in
I
my
thought she
game,
was-
baby.
I thought
She heard
was
it was
so nice.
It was for the destruction of Bao when she was in.
Oh yeah, it's very simple, man. I'm a simple
I have
woman.
done
Destroy
nothing
Bao's
to
life,
spread
count me in.
law and positivity.
That's bullshit.
Everyone here,
Bow and law in the same sentence?
I did nothing to deserve this.
Oh yeah,
Souls, you hearing this?
the countless
yeah.
days of
This
slander
man
to Nier.
He
Yeah,
coerced
I
me
was
into
like-
playing Nocturne.
I don't
Listen,
have
I
to slander
saved- I
Nier. The
saved
crap
that
game slanders
individual's
itself.
life.
Oh
All
my
right, listen,
gosh.
I saved that man's life. All right, he was about to play a terribly long and exhausting and convoluted game, and not to mention
Vic.
a big chunk of that game. I swear to God, you're in that goddamn prison forever. If for those who don't know, we're talking about Xenogears.
If
Oh
you
my
don't
God,
know
that
how to
prison
play, maybe.
never. No. I mean, you can
Oh,
ask
Vic, I've been
anyone who's
through
played
worse.
Xenogears, sir. And the prison scene is the prison like sequence is just
Oh, I know what you're talking
exhausting.
about now. That whole portion where
Like,
you
don't-
like locked away.
that whole
Oh.
portion. Yeah, that was insane. I was like, I am here for too long. Like, I would have lost my damn mind. Oh my God, I did lose my mind, in fact.
Remember,
But anyways, so
Bao's the same guy that
Moving
said
on
if you're ever
to-
playing a multiplayer game with him and there's friendly fire, he will shoot you.
Oh wow.
Damn. It's just out in
I will
everybody.
neither
man.
confirm nor deny this.
So Bob, you're basically
But
like,
if Pelvic was on my team, she would be the first to go. Just saying.
wow.
it's all right. Right back at you, buddy. Let me tell you, my first time playing Halo, I just threw a grenade at someone. I saw someone, I threw it at him. It was my friend. I was like, whoopsies. So hey, you'll get shot up too, bro. Okay.
Damn,
Don't worry.
son.
So Bob, you're basically like the Dark Knight Joker, basically.
Sure, let's go with that. I
He ain't
prefer
shit.
Red
Calm
Hood.
down. He ain't shit, but it's all right. Moving on.
Okay, Jason, calm down. Don't even get the crowbar.
Says the girl
right.
that hypes up one of the most overrated RPGs of the last generation.
God, wow. It's masterful.
No,
and
Nier's
I-
so good.
Val?
What's so good about
All right,
it?
we're
The
gonna move
music?
on. We're
What
gonna move on
else?
to the next.
What else, Pelvic?
The gameplay, the story. We're moving on. This is
The
not a fun
gameplay.
topic.
Wow, it could be
The
said, the same could be
gameplay.
said about Persona 5.
All right,
I
well,
love
we
that
talking
game
about
to death.
we talk about Persona 5 like that, you know. Like,
Ooh.
Yo,
I'm
shout
gonna
out,
get
shout out,
my
like, yo,
game,
y'all shut your teeth about Persona 5.
I can shit on any other game. All right, yeah, let's go on to our next topic before this goes into utter chaos. Something that Riku is probably gonna have something to say about. Maybe, probably, I don't know.
We'll see.
But the Crossbell games, Ao Kiseki and what's the other one?
Zero.
Zero.
Zero Kiseki. They got release dates in Japan for April, I believe. I don't know the exact.
April and May. Yes.
So yeah, they're coming out this year in Japan. So Rico, do you think that it's a surefire way that we will be getting these games probably next year?
Probably next year. I would say, yeah, there's an extremely high chance that we will get it next year. I also do think it depends on NIS's. If NIS gets it, we don't know if they're going to go back to NIS or if they're going to go to Xseed. But you would assume that Falcom would want to get those games over here as quickly as possible. A lot of people said that that's the main reason they even created these versions, because you would assume everyone in Japan had already played these ones. But you know, hype. I'm gonna get them again. Like I said, I don't know Kiseki. The game I gave a 10 out of 10, and it only gets better because now they're going back and retroactively adding characters to the game.
Yeah, I saw Juna, like it was all over Twitter.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't avoid this. So yeah, she's gonna be in the game.
That's freaking great for people that when they play it in order and they see Yuna in there, and they get to Cold Steel 3 and whatnot, and they're like, oh look, she's here.
You know,
we didn't get that, but
that got me
they'll get
because like I thought Juna was in the Crossbell games.
Yeah.
I thought she really was.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people thought. I mean, when we played Cold Steel 3, we were like, when you see Yuna for the first time and she's talking about, oh yeah, I was in Crossbell, I was doing this and that. I
Yeah.
love Lloyd and his people. I'm like, I don't remember seeing you though.
Wait, she's not in Crossbell?
No, she's at that point she did not exist as a character.
Yeah, 'cause she talks about it so much.
Yeah,
She
that
talked about
kinda-
it so much. She's like, she did not exist as a character, and everyone was like, did they just write her into the story? Yeah, they wrote her into the story.
So
And then
Yuna's
now,
a faker.
at that
I
point,
have her in Lloyd's outfit.
Wow, that
yeah.
literally like shattered some glass for me because actually it's kind of like relieved me because like when I was in that chapter in Cold Steel 3 and Junior was going crazy or like just like walking us around Crossbell, I was like, damn, I had to play the Ao Kiseki and what's the other one?
Yeah, Zero.
I had to play Zero to get more context out of this, but it's like apparently no, they just Rotor
I mean,
is.
as far as her like showing you around and whatnot, you know, you playing the game, even though if she wasn't in it, you would
Yeah,
have still felt that way.
that's true.
But you know, the fact that they were like, okay, we're re-releasing these games, and you know what? Let's add Yuna in there actually. That's cool. That's cool. What I was saying on Twitter is if they ever did release Trails in the Sky again on PS4, they should do the same thing with Ash. If you know what he was a part of and connected to
Oh,
yeah,
right.
because that would be good too. If they're
That
going back and retroactively adding characters, you might as well go ahead and do that too.
that'd be interesting. We can't really say what's going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we definitely talk about that, but that would be cool. That'd be cool.
Let me
Great.
ask you a question, Riku. So XC had like they handled Cold Steel 1 and 2, right? But
And the Trails in the Skies, yes.
yeah, but they also handled no, I'm sorry. They got Cold Steel 3 by NIS America.
Uh-huh.
Who would you rather have handle Cold Steel 4?
Man. To be honest, if I'm going to get the same quality that Xseed had provided us for 1 and 2, I say give it to Xseed. But to be honest, I think NIS has done a good job with Cold Steel 3 to the point where people who people like you who got the game early, and they said for people who get the early, if you see anything in regards to translation quality, if you see any errors, go ahead and email us, what chapter, what dialogue is, if you see any typos or anything, we will go out of our way to fix that. And usually when it comes to newer games, people getting their hands on the game early, that's usually their job. And then they most of the time the developers actually don't go in there and do anything. They're just like, oh, thanks for the feedback, and they don't actually do anything. Apparently there was a guy named Kill Scott Kill, and he's heavy into the lore and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And what he was he got the game early just like you, and he was like pointing out certain things in the dialogue of the characters that weren't even typos. They were just more accurate to what certain characters would say in certain situations. And you would assume that, oh, if it's just for accuracy purposes, they're not going to go out of their way to change dialogue that they've already translated well, just for this. No, they did. They went out of their way and did that stuff. I was like, wow.
So did you hear about that? The producers or localization team for NIS America, they came out and said that they altered some stuff.
I heard about that too. I don't know exactly what it was they altered, because everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, there were certain jokes in there that were considered misogynist," or they said it were something like that along those lines. But I felt whatever jokes that they had in there or replaced it with, it didn't feel too far off of what we got in Cold Steel 1 and 2. So, I mean, it the saying, what you don't know won't hurt you type of thing. I feel it's like that. I don't know what they changed, but I don't think it would have, impacted my experience.
Yeah,
that significantly.
The thing about it, people don't want anything altered. They just want a strict 1-for-1 translation.
I completely understand that.
Yeah, I get that completely. But
none of the characters felt out of place, though.
That's what I felt. I felt none of the characters were out of place. But again, we don't we can't get the game files, or like maybe do a 1-for-1 on every little text file in the game to see what they changed. So,
true, and a lot of things in Japanese culture and dialogue, they don't translate 1-to-1 over to our to our thing. So certain things have to be altered to make sense in regards to our English language and dialogue. So that's also to be taken into consideration. But obviously, when it comes to this one, it was something offensive. But you don't know what it was. So
yeah, I wonder if somebody like Kill Scott Kill would probably try to find that.
Probably.
Try to go through the entire game.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't know what it is, and I feel if they didn't come out and actually said that, nobody would have known anyway.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, people getting triggered over stuff that you wouldn't even have known about.
Yeah, because the game was out for how long in this controversy came out, so I was like, okay, I understand it. You should never do it in the future, but yeah, it is what it is. All right. So I don't think everybody here has too much at stake with the Crossbell games. Anybody have anything to say before we move on?
I played them. Have no real desire to play them again, even though they were good. But it's cool for people that want to play them again. So
I'm definitely looking forward to them. I haven't played them.
Can't wait to actually play them along with the other Cold Steel games I have to play. Otherwise, Riku will find me.
I will find you, and I will do some things.
Bro, he's been
Listen,
telling me that for the longest time.
Listen, Riku, I own a Vita. We don't got to do this.
Vita means life. If you want to keep yours, you'll do what I say.
All right, man. You ain't got to be like this.
I don't even know what my Vita is, to be honest.
All I'm gonna say is, additionally, when it comes to the console games, apparently another character is retroactively being added into there. They said it's Toa. They said Toa's
really?
gonna be there because she was a part of the one of the big meetings. They said that she was there, but you actually didn't see her. So apparently she's being added as well. So that's cool.
Probably just an extra cutscene or something like that, just so we can see some.
I'm interested to see how she looks in the little sprite graphic. She's already small. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, all right. Let's go on to our next topic. Let's see. Okay, so I only know one person in here that is playing Temtem. But Temtem seems to be the talk of the town for the most part, Blake.
You gotta stop doing this.
I want to play it myself, but I just haven't gotten around to it. It's like, it's $35. I'm like, do I want to spend $35 on Temtem right now? I was like, well, maybe later. Bob, can you give us a brief summary of your experience with Temtem?
Temtem honestly is, how do I even put this? I won't say it's better than Pokemon because that's completely subjective. Battle-wise, I don't think anyone can argue that it isn't better than Pokemon because it's just not brain dead like Pokemon is. So that's a good thing. But the best way I could describe Temtem, if you're a wrestling fan, think of Temtem as AEW and Pokemon as WWE. Like, Pokemon reigns supreme. No one will ever dethrone it. If anyone tells you that Temtem is going to dethrone Pokemon, they're lying.
No, they're lying.
But Temtem is the perfect alternative to Pokemon. It's not casual. It does things you wish Pokemon would do, like quality of life changes. You can play with people online, etc. And I have been enjoying it a lot, honestly, more than I thought I would. And I feel like more people need to give it a try. Like, I've seen some people criticizing designs, and everyone I've seen criticize Temtem designs, they've only shown the Temtem you meet in like the first 1 or 2 hours of the game from trailers and haven't actually played it themselves. People, they look cooler later in the game. They're not all like that.
Yeah, I like some of the designs. I was like, they look a little bit crazy, but they don't look that bad. I mean, it's not Pokemon, so I shouldn't be expecting Pokemon per se. But yeah, I want to see the final evolution. So there is no single battles; it's all double battles, right?
Overall, yes. You might meet like wild Temtem that are one, or trainers that have one, but overall, yes, 2-on-2. But it has to be 2-on-2 because the battle mechanics focus around that.
Oh, so it's always double battles. Okay, all right. That's
Two questions about Temtem. Firstly, I heard that unlike Pokemon, and even unlike Persona, when you're wait, are the creatures called Temtems?
Yeah.
Okay. If your Temtem learns an ability, like I heard you can only have 4 at a time, just like the other ones. But I heard if you learn more than 4, you don't have to basically delete a move for the 4th one. You basically have it in like this reservation, and you can go to your settings and swap out your the 4 moves that you want to bring into battle or something.
Yeah,
like that.
if you know a move, you know it forever. You just swap them out outside of battle.
That's cool. I like that.
Pretty cool.
I like that because that was one thing I that irked me about Pokemon was the fact that, oh man, I got 5 moves now. They're all cool.
I made a video on this, but when I said that a lot of the mechanics focus around double battles, there will be like moves where if your partner next to you is a fire type, you'll get added damage and burn the opponent, or a move that will hit Temtem on the field in a clockwise position. So it'll hit 2 opponents and your partner. And of course, that's not a good thing, but if your partner has an ability that absorbs that element, then that is a good thing. So it's really strategic and really fun.
Second question. Just like how we know Pokemon loosely translates to pocket monsters, what the fuck does Temtem mean?
I don't know. The only thing,
I don't know.
like the only thing in the game that they really state about the Temtem name that they're trying to make a thing is like Temtem up. Like,
What?
when you battle someone, they'll say Temtem up, bro, or something like that.
Is that like their Plus Ultra or something?
What does that
Like,
mean?
No, it's like let's Pokemon battle. They say Temtem up.
okay.
Like let's throw hands. That's how they say it.
Is that like Beyblade let it rip type of thing?
Kinda. Also, don't be
One
fooled.
Temtem?
Don't be fooled by the look. They curse in Temtem.
Oh, really?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's not like
Shit,
M-rated,
shit.
but yeah, they curse.
Depends.
They go hard.
Let's fuck them up, like type things.
Temtem up, asshole.
Kinda, yeah.
Whoop his ass. Take his money.
Whoop his ass, young
I like
adorable.
that.
Like it's acceptable for kids, but it's not going to insult your intelligence, basically.
That's what you think.
Interesting.
Temtem
Is
up, bitch.
Jesus? Is Temtem coming to anything other than the Switch, or is it?
Yeah, it's coming to all consoles next year.
Okay, so what time exclusive for Nintendo right now? Okay, interesting.
Well, no, it's on PC. It's not. It's not on.
Oh,
It's
really?
like in
Okay.
early access. That's the.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no, it's launching on everything around the same time next year, probably. But right now, it's just on PC.
Wait,
Right.
is it coming to Vita?
And also about the
Oh,
$35
God.
price point. If you can spend $60 on Pokemon, you have no excuse not to spend 35 on Temtem.
Hey man, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. All right, man. Listen, man. I'm not sure if I want to spend that 35 on this game. I might not like it. I don't know.
Well, if you spend 60 on Pokemon and you felt satisfied. If you spend 60 on Pokemon and didn't feel satisfied, you might not justify the $35 price.
Okay, I'll give you that. You might be right about that. So the graphics are kind of weird though. Like the
I like them, but yeah, they're hit or miss.
yeah, like the
Hit or miss.
the characters. I like
No, Blake.
I guess I never miss, huh?
Eventually, I'm gonna get around to playing Temtem.
Oh, it's an MMO, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
See, I went to my local site that I use to borrow games. It's not there. Damn fucking MMOs.
Also, you can
Be
play the
like that
entire
sometimes.
game co-op with a friend.
Oh shoot, Shadow, we trying to do this?
I mean, we could. We definitely could.
Well, shit. This is
Also,
how
the
you
devs
play
are
Varsity
awesome.
4K.
They're very transparent about changes to the game and issues, and they've been on top of it.
So wait a minute. Do you guys think this game is gonna forever be in early access, or is it actually gonna have an official launch?
So it's coming out of early access apparently later this year.
Oh yeah, it's probably like in November, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Did you guys know that Fortnite's in early access?
Oh wow.
Really?
Is it still considered that?
Yeah.
It's still considered early access on their website.
Jesus Christ! How many seasons? 7, 8?
I mean, after you rake in billions of dollars, I guess you stop caring.
They're on the no. Those were different like play
Aren't they on,
seasons.
like,
They're
Fortnite?
actually on season 2. Like they're on Fortnite 2.
Yeah, so
Oh,
did they
yeah.
make Fortnite too? Yeah.
I think I
Like,
think
the
that just
main
like
reality.
I think that's for like legal reasons. You'd be like, oh well, we're still working on the game. It's not really that bad. Like we still gotta launch the game. It's still in early access. You know, that's an easy excuse they can give. Which is weird. Alrighty, that's our Temtem. Anybody else got anything to say about Temtem or? Okay.
Oh, I will say, how exactly does evolving work? 'Cause I heard you saying something about that.
Oh, yeah. That's different than Pokemon 2. And it's actually one thing I kind of don't like. Because on paper, it sounds fine. If you play Pokemon, you know Pokemon evolve at certain levels. In Temtem, they evolve after being with you for a certain number of levels. So your starter might evolve 20 levels after you've had it.
Wait. So, bro, wait.
What?
That's, so like in an SRW UX, how their kill counts don't matter until you actually kill yourself.
Kinda. So imagine you have a Pidgey at like level 40. Normally, that Pidgey would evolve with 1 level.
Yeah.
Instead, you would need to gain 18 levels with that Pidgey still.
What the?
So yeah, I kind of don't like that because at the point I'm at, where I'm finding high level Temtem, it's a pain to evolve them.
That grind must be hell.
That doesn't age well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
Because like Temtem you start with, that's not much of an issue because you have them for a long time. But where I'm at is kind of.
I
getting to be
guess
an
if you
issue.
think about it, as in it makes you kind of appreciate their previous forms. Because in Pokemon, at this point, you kind of just want to hurry up and get to the final form.
Yeah.
if it's
Also,
when you're
breeding
trying-
is finite.
What do you mean finite?
You have like a little display with like leaves on a tree, and that's the amount of times you can breed that Temtem until it goes sterile.
They run out of. They run out of sperm.
Temtem run out of nuts.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
cool.
I would be curious to see where I'm at on that scale.
Are there
I didn't know
shinies?
Temtems run
Yes,
on
there are
Teeth.
shinies called Lumas.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Oh, also
Very
NPCs can have them. Your freaking rival has one. He just flexes on you with it.
Fuck my rival. I don't even own the game yet, but fuck him.
That is weird. That is weird. I
How
don't
Boy,
know
I
if-
couldn't tell.
How does an animal run out of sperm? Like it.
Temtems
Hydrate,
do.
kid. Always hydrate.
Hey man, they Temtems. Aren't they like Digimon? They're like digital monsters. Aren't they like that?
All Temtem are natural except for the new digital type, which are man-made.
So like, how they getting in the
But can we, like,
cards?
download-
They
Pokemon?
basically
Like, can we
Mewtwo's.
download more memory?
The card is essentially still a Pokeball. I mean, if
Yeah.
you think about Pokemon, they digitize them in the balls. Kinda. I don't know.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Hey, we know what happens.
I was thinking
You
the
know what
same
happened.
thing, but okay.
We know what goes on inside the Pokeballs if you watch Robot Chicken.
Let's not talk about that.
Mm.
There are pure ones in the chat. I think.
Alrighty, Temtem. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure. Seems to be a really good game because Pokemon needs competition with the Sword and Shield stuff. Pokemon really needs competition. As a matter of fact, that should have been a topic.
We got Digimon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Digimon.
please.
Digimon's been
We
doing
got
its own
Shin
thing for
Megami
like
Tensei
20
5.
years, so.
So, Sky, I heard that.
Digimon ain't
I
really
know.
doing that much.
You know what can compete with Pokemon?
Hey,
SMT5.
Calm down.
No, Val, that doesn't. Stop talking about cryptids. It's
SMT5.
HPMP.
SMT5 ain't touching Pokemon.
Yes, it
It's
is.
HPMP, not. I do too, but
Bro, y'all
Instead
are
of raising
y'all are-
Pikachu, I can raise a team of Maras.
Do you guys?
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh my
Everyone
God.
gets this strong.
No, we don't need giant demonic and green penises riding golden chariots.
Oh
around
my god. That's crazy how
Well, Riku, we do.
Don't let them start evolving those things in SMT.
here. Jesus Christ.
They actually can. Demons and SMT can evolve.
Oh, yeah, they can't technically.
Yeah,
Uh,
can you breed Mara? How does Mara breed?
No.
Really want to know.
Okay, no, we gotta stop
Stop
this. I gotta stop this madness. We gotta go on to our next topic.
Question: Dragon Quest. Doesn't Dragon Quest have like a monster collecting game?
Yeah,
Monsters or
Dragon
something?
Quest Monsters Joker.
I thought.
Jokers.
Just kidding.
I think Dragon Quest V started that trend to them making Dragon Quest monsters, though. But what happened to that little
Okay, cool.
side franchise?
I think it pretty much just died out, or just they just
No,
stopped making it.
no. Last
some
entry was on the
ideas,
3DS. It just never got localized.
That's what I thought. So it's pretty much just died out. If it didn't
Aren't
get
they making a-
localized,
Aren't they making a mobile game?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Dragon Quest monsters.
Oh no, they're
Yeah,
making
they're gonna-
they're making a mobile game. Yeah, that's correct. Like Pokemon Go, I believe.
They're gonna actually have to.
Yeah.
They're actually in Japan. They're gonna have to stop people at work. Like, whoa, what you got on your phone, bro? Dragon Quest? Nah, uninstall that before you come.
I know, right? I think if they made made another major Dragon Quest monsters game and made it on the Switch, that has the possibility, at least in Japan, to definitely, fuck up what Pokemon has going on. Over here, not so much.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Temtem could ever get to the stratosphere that Pokemon is in. It's a nice it's like Bao said. It's like AEW basically.
I don't think any series can really get to the stratosphere Pokemon right now.
Nah, not really. Nah, you
Oh,
have to be
Yokai
aware.
Watch. Yokai Watch did for a while in Japan, but it didn't like
Yeah.
stifle Pokemon.
Mickey
I think
Mickey
Pokemon has
Mouse
to
in a
fuck
dark
up.
alley looking at Pokemon like, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon has to fuck up continuously, and I'm talking about their next 3 major releases. They have to,
like Sonic.
yeah.
Stop.
Well, you say that, but look at all the controversy surrounding Sword and Shield, and I still did high.
No, but
Yep.
yeah, but
Millions.
that's the thing.
It could be
Highest
1.5
selling.
million copies.
People still.
All right,
there's
guys,
still
one at a
people-
time. One at a time.
Yeah, there's still people. There's still a decent amount of people out here that genuinely likes the new Pokemon. I'm talking about everyone. A Tails is a stereotype of Pokemon comes out. Exactly, and they have to do that multiple times for people to finally say, "All right, I'm not fucking with Pokemon." And then there has to be something that's actually doing good, like a Temtem continuously coming out and doing good. That's the only way you can take out Pokemon. They have to fuck up, but they're at least doing something right to some degree.
Yes, it also have to have a worldwide hit because we mentioned Yokai Watch, but that was really only took off in Japan.
Yeah.
You need the whole world to be behind whatever Pokemon's going to be competition, whatever it's going to give Pokemon competition. You need everybody, every single country on the planet, pretty much talking about the game.
Yeah, like I said, I think only Digimon and Dragon Quest could do that if they were in the right positions.
I give it more to Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
But maybe that's still Japan though. So maybe Digimon might actually, because Digimon has more appeal worldwide than Dragon Quest.
You darn straight.
Okay, all right, that's a Temtem. Oh, Pelvic, did you have any interest in Temtem?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Of course she doesn't.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
Okay, so did anybody play Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, the Remind DLC?
I own it.
You didn't play it yet?
After Kakarot.
Oh,
You
okay.
call yourself a Kingdom Hearts fan.
I've never
At a
called
friend's
myself a
house.
Kingdom Hearts fan. I picked
this is actually
$15. I
Oh,
was
Did
no,
you like
like, all
skip
those
every
like
game after 2?
Bro, listen.
Yes.
I played 2. 2 was the pinnacle. Every other game's felt like ass to me.
High key, let's go.
What
And
was-
play Birth by Sleep and Drink.
by
Birth by
Ass,
Sleep was
nah.
fantastic. Birth
He
by
tried
Sleep
Birth
was
by
good.
Sleep was good. 358 was good.
I got like 5 hours into Birth by Sleep, and the combat was just, stupid
Who did you
shit.
play as first?
Roxas, Ventus, Vanitas, whoever the fuck his kid's name is. That kid.
Fool.
And you didn't like him? Oh, I thought his play style. Like, I think Terra was the hardest, but Terra's the one I
Yeah.
started off with.
Terra's definitely
Terra
the
to me
hardest.
was just a little slow, but Aqua was just like butter.
Yeah, he was
God.
Aqua's like 7
Aqua's
feet
God.
tall.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand
Great.
what that has to do with the gameplay, but all right.
She's an Amazon.
nah,
Okay.
it was great.
That's hot.
All right, so
That's
anyways,
what I'm
so
saying.
for the Kingdom
However,
Hearts 3 Remind, I've heard a lot of mixed feelings on it. I haven't played it myself. I refuse to pay $30. I'm not doing it.
is it just
Yeah.
boss rush though?
But then I also heard, I hear primarily like the bulk of it is boss rush stuff, and that isn't really my interest. Like I wanted more clarification on some story elements, like fleshed out endings and whatnot. But it seems more heavy on the boss parts, and not to mention because the bosses are like very difficult. So I've heard, again, I haven't played it, so take it with a grain of salt. But because the bosses are very difficult, so obviously you're replaying them a lot. So that seems like to be the bulk of it. You know what I mean? Because you're replaying it so many times. Then also to me, because of how, like I've seen some of the boss fights, and I'm like, holy shit, this looks difficult. It seems a little out of place how difficult it is, you know, like because Kingdom Hearts 3, I think we all agree is a pretty easy game. Even like playing it on normal, I thought I was playing on easy, you know. And then people who normally play on what is it? It's what's Proud is
Critical
next, and then
mode
there's something
level
else.
1. Critical mode
So
level
wait,
1.
which is harder, Critical or Proud? Which is harder?
Critical.
Okay, so Proud. So people who were playing on Proud mode told me that they felt like they were playing on normal. You know, and
I'm
I was
doing
like,
that
oh,
now.
interesting. So it was all. So yeah, it was all kind of down, and then I hear, you know, this is so difficult. The new bosses, it's kind of jarring. You know, like the difficulty spike is just like, well, like it doesn't flow, if that makes sense in regards to difficulty. But then on the other hand, I hear all the Kingdom Hearts fans saying that this is what they wanted, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, you know, I consider myself a Kingdom Hearts fan, and that's not what I want. I just want like a balanced, like good, satisfying boss fight, and I just didn't feel like I got that in the base game.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from on that one. That it would be pretty weird to go step into Remind and just start getting bosses that actually try.
I
You know,
will say in the past Kingdom Hearts games, like their hardest mode, I always felt like Kingdom Hearts had a cheap difficulty. Like it never was
Artificial
like
difficulty,
difficult. Yeah, artificial difficulty.
I felt the only challenge in Kingdom Hearts that I ever got was pretty much Sephiroth and the last boss in Birth by Sleep. And I think that's only because I was like, I didn't have enough skills or stuff like that.
Did you fight the lingering will?
I fought him for like 2 seconds. I was like, I ain't about this life.
Throwing that massive damage in one hit.
Yeah.
Sort of random, but did anyone here have a problem with Demix in 2? Because people swear he was like super hard. I never had a problem with him. I don't
I had
understand.
a problem with him when I first ever played 2 because like
hated that fight.
water fight. That was
Oh
so
my God.
annoying.
I hate to agree with
Dance,
that,
water,
but I
dance.
didn't have a problem
Wait,
with
that
them though.
I
I
didn't
didn't
have
have
any.
Like when he made the it was like when he started making that row of waters come out at you.
No, I didn't. I struggled. Like, you know, it took me like maybe 2 tries, 2, 3, but it wasn't like egregious. People were making it sound like it was the worst, and I'm like, you guys maybe just should, I don't know, get better or something.
Get
Oh man.
Get good.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. But I'm eventually gonna play Remind myself. A friend of mine let me borrow their Kingdom Hearts 3 because I traded mine in. And I was supposed to play it this weekend, but I never actually got around to it. So I think next weekend I'm gonna bite the bullet and pay that $30. I still think $30 is a little bit steep for DLC.
40 here in Canada.
Yeah.
It is.
Because that's a little ridiculous. And of course, of all the major fanboy Kingdom Hearts people are going to say, oh, this was amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. I was like, this kind of seems like something that should have already been in the game from the beginning, fam. So, but you can't say that to them because they just got to enjoy their game. Let them enjoy their game. That's it. You can't point out any of the bullshit. Unless you get a whole angry mob.
The trends of 13 years being a suitable lifespan or a suitable development time for Kingdom Hearts 3. So just let them do their thing.
Nah, some people will say it wasn't 13 years. It was only 4 or 5 years technically.
4 or 5 years.
That ain't no 4 or 5 years.
You
just been waiting 13 years.
Was that many? But people say this are development until
In
later.
between.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they did put out 8 other games in between. So I mean,
okay.
If you play though, definitely just play on proud mode because it's not that hard.
Disagree. I struggled a lot with Kingdom Hearts, except Kingdom Hearts 3 was the first time where I was like, wow, I am breezing through this.
Kingdom Hearts
You
1.
felt like God.
Beat my ass. I remember replaying it on easy mode just to go through the story and whatnot. And I was getting smacked up. I was like, what the hell?
I'm
No,
talking
Kingdom
about
Hearts-
3 specifically.
No, Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. I played on easy mode again just to get through the story for my second playthrough. And I struggled a bit. So I don't think Kingdom Hearts is an easy game. I do not think so.
First one's definitely
Except 3.
Ugh.
One's controls, I couldn't do it.
One
Am
was
I the only
rough.
person here that fairly enjoyed Dream Drop Distance?
Yeah, I love Dream Drop
That
Distance.
was my shit.
I mean, it's just in regards to the free flow. I just
Ugh.
free
I love
all
full
over the
motion.
place.
Listen, flow
Yeah,
motion
flow.
is the best thing to come out of that game. Yes.
The only
Yeah.
complaints I hear about that
It was
game is
broke.
because of the time travel shenanigans.
Yeah,
Let's not talk about the plot.
I was just talking about gameplay wise.
All right.
I needed myself to be here so I could travel through the. No, I don't care, Xehanort.
All right, so that's Kingdom Hearts Remind. Let's go on to our next topic of not Smash, Fire Emblem. There's a lot of Fire Emblem to talk about
You
I know,
love
man.
to
coming
see
up.
it.
So get
Say
ready,
that
people.
greatness.
It's gonna be a lot of Fire Emblem. All right, so the first thing is Byleth showed up in Smash, a character that quote unquote nobody. Oh God, Blake, a character that nobody was pretty much asking for, or rather, they didn't want the last character, this Fire Pass, to be another Fire Emblem character. But it seems that doesn't matter because people are out here buying the passes anyway. So, Blake, how does Byleth fare in Smash? Is this a character you wanted to be in the game?
Now, I've been saying the first thing I said when we got our avatar character of Three Houses was that they've got a dope ass sword. Can't wait to see it in Smash. That was the first thing I said because I knew it was coming. I've known this was going to happen for a long time. In terms of people buying the fighter pass, I find it hilarious that Sakurai has baited everyone up to this point into believing that it's going to be only third parties. Reggie even said, "Oh yeah, it's only from Universes, not Smash." He's not with the company anymore, so whatever he said is invalid now.
Yeah, but when he was with the company, he said that,
When he
didn't
was
he?
with the company, he
Well,
said
people took it the wrong way. What he really meant to say was, if your game isn't Smash, you can't get another character. It's like Fire Emblem Awakening could get no more characters, but new entry could.
Oh wow, okay.
They just played it up with all new series, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" So everyone had already at this point bought the Fighter Pass because, like, I'm sure Fighter Pass 5 is going to go with a bang. Oh, it went out with a bang. In terms of Byleth's viability, like I said, I personally think they are heavy mid tier because a lot of their moves are really easy. Like in terms of a 1v1, you're not really going to be able to do much because all you need is a fast character and you can predict like all of their moves. But aside from that, they're probably like the funnest Fire Emblem character to play. It's great to have diversity in the series finally after a number of years of just having the sword fighters. We got Robin and Corrin. That was pretty cool, but people are still salty about that. But overall, really like playing Byleth. That down B, what that down B do?
So we're not gonna see Byleth in like Smash tournaments as a main anytime.
They just
I
won a
do.
tournament, actually.
Oh really?
Wait, really?
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, what tournament?
Not sure, but it was on my timeline earlier, and people were mocking the people saying that Byleth is low tier.
Blake,
What?
what happened? What happened there, Blake?
No. Hold on. While we discuss this, Bao, go find your source because I am interested to know who was at this tournament. Because if it was in someone's basement, that doesn't count as a tournament. That's a party. All right.
It was a party game, so
We're not getting
Better
into
hold-
that.
Okay, now Riku, we ain't talking about PlayStation All Stars, all right?
Ooh.
Tell me a second. PlayStation 5 was
I mean, like, I don't know. I might have to pay for the Fire Pass 2 as well, just to get that out the way. That seems like...
Wait, do you own Fighter Pass 1?
Actually, no, I don't.
Get that
They
Fire
have
Pass
Joker.
on, boy.
They have Joker! What is your excuse?
I don't know, man. I just can't...
You can get Persona music in Smash. What's your excuse?
I mean... Alright, so if I just get Joker, I get the Persona music too, right?
You do, yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to get
Alright.
anyone else. You don't have to get the trashy Dragon Quest music. You don't have to get Banjo-Kazooie. You don't need to get SNK's 57 tracks, bro.
So I found
That
it,
great
and this
list.
dude is actually a part of VG camp or whatever.
BG Bootcamp?
Yeah.
Hold up. Let's see.
If
So wait.
you know him, his name is Pink Fresh.
Shadow.
Wait, Pink Fresh?
Yeah.
Wait, oh, this is a VG Bootcamp.
Nah, boy.
What were you gonna ask, Riku?
So at this juncture, you do not have Smash, do you?
No, I have Smash.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was telling these guys over here that when the release date for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition comes out, that's when I will be getting my Switch, and they really want me to get into Smash, so I will be getting Smash hopefully at the same time,
Heck
and
yeah.
I will be in
Can't wait
there.
to slap Riku around.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll see, and then I'll be there.
Riku's gonna say that they're gonna announce Xenoblade for like winter or like towards the end of the year. He's gonna be okay, cool. I got to switch towards the end of the year, and like fighter character 1 is gonna be a Falcom character. He's gonna be like, we are up in the timestamp, boys.
Wow. Yeah, that does
I
happen.
see it happening.
He definitely would do that.
See, I feel like if they do bring more than Trails of Cold Steel 3, and like 'cause they already got like a lot of Yeast games on the Switch, I'm sure they could add a Falcom character to Smash.
At all for Smash.
Right on for Smash. Let's go.
For having
I
fight
need to
Link.
we need to see Link versus Adol, Ginger versus Blondie.
I'm pretty sure people will be like, who the fuck is Aldo? Who?
Yeah,
They said that for every
Huh?
character.
Everyone
Yeah,
thinks
they said it
another
for every
Roy.
character.
People
Didn't-
said
didn't-
that about Terry, and now they won't shut up about him like they was with him from jump.
And now-
Didn't
Yeah, I
Lady
get
Pelvic?
it.
Didn't you say that about Terry?
Or what? Yeah, I have no idea who the fuck he is. All my friends, I swear to God,
Even
were like,
you, Pelvic?
"Excuse me?"
Oh.
Oh,
That's
hate to see it.
Terry, and I'm like, what's a Terry?
What's a Terry?
Tiger?
No.
What's happening? Like what?
Terry the Tiger.
You know? And
Breaking my
No,
heart,
oh, no.
Pelvic.
my
Not sure
friends
about that
definitely.
life.
You don't even have a heart. Shut up. All right. It was like-
Ouch!
I thought you were this classic hardcore gamer.
So,
Hmm.
God, no, Terry, not for fighting games. Let me tell you what. I was like, who the fuck is... I'll never forget, because I was saying, everybody knows Smash, like, even, casual gamers and whatnot. And it really brings to light more obscure characters like Terry. And my friend's like, pause. I'm sorry, did you just call Terry obscure? And I was like, yeah. And then he just gave me this history lesson. And I was
Like-
like, okay,
like
it went in one
Sakura?
ear, out the other, but whatever.
I must thank this person for educating you.
Gotta
Sakura
know
went pretty
about
in
that
depth
Southtown God.
about who
I
Terry
never, I really didn't. I was like, who the fuck is this person? Like, why? Everyone else was happy. I was just kind of clueless.
Confused?
Man,
I really was. I
that
really
Terry
was.
slander, Terry hungry wolf
It
Beauregard.
hurts.
I hate to see it, but I don't blame him for that.
I mean, where has he been in recent games? Should people?
Like the King of
King of
Fighters.
That King of
game.
Fighters 14, he's in the King
Did
of
that
Fighters
come out?
mobile
Like,
game.
okay, so all right. So I guess my point is, I don't play fighting games. There we go. The problem is, I don't play fighting games.
That's fine.
So
Nah, you know what, Pelvic, you're okay because even King of Fighters is kind of like not all that well known in the FGC. Like really, like it's not popular. It's not next to Street Fighter. Like if the Street Fighter character came in, and you
But
said
you
who the hell
know
that
what
is.
it is. You know what King of Fighters is, at least.
No, here's the point. What is Ryu's most popular move?
Hadouken.
What is Terry's most popular move?
Buster Wolf?
I have no idea.
Are you okay?
Rising Tackle.
See, look, I'm getting multiple
Power,
answers
power,
here.
guys.
This is our point.
Because he has more
Okay,
than
thank
just
you, Riku.
being
You
a
say
one-trick
that, but I
pony.
could also Tekken, iconic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me Jin's most powerful move then.
That spinning kick.
Turning into a devil.
Most popular. Second of all, he's not in Smash.
It's that spinning kick.
You never
that,
know.
That turns
It's,
into
it's that spinning kick, basically, with the uppercut.
yeah, with the uppercut.
Can't use that argument, Riku.
So basically, one character has more recognition than the other. Okay, you know,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
not gonna blame anybody for not knowing Terry. It's just weird how these Smash fans would just like eat up everything. Like like they don't care if it's like if Ado was to come, people would be like, "What the fuck?" But then they'd be like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for this character to drop in Smash tomorrow." I'm like, "Huh?
What do you want us to
Who
do?
the
It's
fuck?
extra
Like I said,
content for a game we
be-
love.
Don't get so excited about it." I guess I don't know.
I'm honestly
God.
curious how they would do his moveset.
It
though,
might
if that
no
wasn't-
fun allowed. What the fuck? Like, damn.
Like honestly,
wants to go
in my
right.
opinion, they're better off just putting Estelle in. So first of all, you don't have people complaining about that there's another sword.
just-
Oh, I
There's
mean,
a-
a staff wielding character would be cool.
Yeah.
All I know
girl. So
is
it's
that
like
if I,
triple.
it's like all I know is that if I get Yuri Lowell in Smash and I hear one person say,
No.
"Who is this?" I'm losing.
What's
my
her last
mind.
name?
You know that's gonna happen.
I'm gonna actively go on the witch hunt.
Is that a girl? They're definitely gonna say.
Oh no.
Y'all don't say that about the
Real
girl.
talk, when
I better not
Vesperia
hear that
first
about the
came
goat.
out, and you ain't know who that was, you just seen a picture, you would have thought it was a girl.
Wait,
No, when I played
Riku,
Project
Riku,
Crosszone was the
is this
first
girl?
time I saw Yuri, and
Yes,
I
that
knew
is her.
that's a dude.
Oh wow. All right.
Well,
You have my vote.
Blake is getting the jerkins.
Wait,
Put her
you know
in the
nothing
game.
about her
Jargon,
besides the
put her
fact you
in
like
the
her.
game. Bro, it is National Twin Tail Day. Is that true, Bao? Look at the hair. Mm.
Oh yeah, you got a twin
Well, I
tail
mean-
fetish.
Yo, hold on. Which
There aren't-
Trails of Cold Steel
There
games am I
aren't
gonna
many
play?
good ones.
All right.
Well, that screenshot is taken from Trails of Cold Steel 4, which isn't even out yet.
Gotta
All right.
import. Hate to see it.
You can start from the beginning. Trails in the Sky. She's the
Is she in that
protagonist.
game?
She's the
She's the
protagonist.
main character.
Well, all right. Shoot, I'm going my towards the
That's
whole
my
lot.
daddy issue.
Oh my god. All right.
Blake's not gonna play that game.
All right. So Fire Emblem Three Houses is getting new DLC. This is pretty much probably the reason Byleth got announced quote unquote early, because maybe he or she should have been in Fire Pass 2. But I'm not too sure about this DLC myself. The characters look pretty cool. Go ahead, Pelvic.
Yeah, that's all you need. Look, there's the leader is a beautiful man with eyeshadow. What more do you need? Like I'm not like
Wait,
I'll
what?
compliment
Whoa,
him
whoa,
on
time
his
out,
sideburns.
time out. Wait, what? Wait, who? Wait, which one are we talking about?
the leader.
Okay, the leader is the guy. Okay, Sideburst. Okay, got it. Cool. Never mind.
I mean, aren't they called wolves? That's cool. Like, that's just a cool name.
Yeah, that's just a cool.
Do we know how
name.
much this costs?
I think it's like, isn't it like 30 or something like that?
Are you talking about getting it standalone or getting it like?
Standalone.
I don't think you can get it standalone. I think it's part of the pass.
Yes.
Okay.
How
Well,
much is the
that's
pass?
dumb.
I will
You
check.
invisible
Well, give
man?
me a second. Play elevator music or something. Give me a second.
So I might actually buy this one. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a good enough price. Just 4 new characters. That's pretty much it. I guess.
Yeah, we know
Some
of it.
story beats.
Also, you get to carry them over to the main game after you beat it.
Why does the blue hair girl look like Byleth?
That's a
There is
dude?
no blue hair.
That's
girl.
a dude. I'm
That's a
sorry,
dude.
Man,
Shadow.
oh man.
Oh, we got another Yuri.
Oh no!
That's
Got all
a dude.
types of traps.
Hold up.
Listen,
Hold up.
that's a
Oh,
dude.
whoa, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
that
wait,
literally. I said the
wait.
leader is a beautiful man with eyeshadow.
No.
Yes.
That's the man.
Oh damn!
No, it's
Damn!
not.
Did you get your dick hard
Yes,
for a
it
dude?
is.
No,
Dick hard for a dude, bro?
No, I didn't.
Man.
No.
You hate
Oh,
to
shit.
see it.
What it's like to
We
look
got
at
him, boys. We
I
got
would
him,
love to see
boys.
Shadow's expression right now.
God.
We
Hard
got
dicky
him, boys.
lead.
What up, Shadow?
No, wait a minute. Wait, no. The blue
The
hair.
hard dick god.
Hey,
Oh
Shadow.
no.
Hey, Shadow.
On live.
You got, we
The
got 91
JRPG
people
god out
watching
here,
you.
like,
We have 91
Okay,
people
$25
watching
$25.
you.
He's gonna pull it out on you, and you're gonna realize it's longer than yours.
Oh,
Oh my god. Riku, no.
they did not. That's a
He is.
girl.
Yes, they
That's a
did.
fucking girl.
It's a dude.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
That's
not.
the man.
No,
in
he's a
denial.
beautiful man.
They just Griffithed you.
Stop.
He's a
No
beautiful
soul.
Griffith? Hold on. His name is her name is Griffith.
No, it's talking about
No.
Berserk Griffith.
Oh, I'm about to
It's
say.
pretty much like Griffith. It's pretty much like Griffith. You think it's a girl? Nah, that's a man.
Oh God. Why
Oh
gotta do
man,
that?
I wish we would have held out just a little while longer, so you would have been like, damn, yeah, she's hot. And I wish we just got a little bit more
Yeah,
evidence.
like you hit that.
Somebody give him some
Like
wisdom.
just
Get the
oh
confirmation.
man,
No.
yes, yeah. Well, you know what? I
Too
feel
late,
like it's
man.
implied that you definitely had the hots for this character, and
No,
that's
I
good
did.
enough for me.
That does look like a girl, though.
Nah, y'all didn't.
Has this
That-
awakened something within
Listen,
you?
I will re-listen to this podcast. We got him, boys. Like, there's nothing-
It's over. You're being
Ladies
clipped.
and gentlemen, we got him.
You don't think he's so beautiful though?
That's the fucking problem.
I mean, come on, Shadow. What's wrong with him being beautiful? Like, what's the problem,
Oh
man?
god. See,
Such a
problem-
little beautiful boy.
Okay, so this is my problem. This is my
Like
problem with
Haku all
anime.
over again.
And girls like pelvic. Okay, hold on. Let me have the floor for a second. Girls like
Oh, boy.
pelvic. They like girls. Okay, this guy has a
No.
base of a girl. When they make those characters,
No.
they make it with a girl face in mind. That's how they get you.
That's not-
Okay.
there are beautiful men in real life. There are just genuinely beautiful men.
No, not that beautiful. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna
No,
show
you need to
some
go to-
because
you need to
I
go to
can show you
Korea.
some, honeybee. Like I
You
can show
You
you
need to
some
go to
real
Korea.
beautiful
Korea.
men.
Yeah, them K-pop
Okay.
groups, they love
Yeah,
doing
those
that.
K-pop guys will do.
Because okay, so no, the beauty that you're looking at, pelvic, is from female features. That's what you're looking at. You're not looking at male features. You're looking at female features. So technically, you're attracted to a girl.
And you're attracted to a
What?
guy.
What? That's
Yeah.
not even
You're
right.
jumping through some mental hoops right now to justify.
Yeah, you jumping, homie. You jumping.
He's really trying to get away from this L.
Yeah, you
He's
really,
really
are, like,
running
honeybee.
as fast as possible.
And it's not. And the worst
Man.
thing is, though, it's not even an L. It's not even an L. It's just a beautiful man.
Like him, we like him.
honeybee.
Ain't
Like
nothing wrong
that's
with
it.
that.
Oh man,
It's a no for him.
there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that these characters are made from the ground up to look like girls, and then slap with a male on it because beautiful male. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All
I
right.
wonder what he thinks of
It's like-
Wazzy from Crossbell.
I
Is
ain't
this
answering
what you thought of Marluxia from Cage 2?
Listen, I ain't answering nothing. All right.
Marluxia.
All right, how is that not a girl? You know what? Nah, we moving on to
Yes,
the next
indeed.
topic. That's a girl. That's a girl in my book. Okay. All right.
That's not how that works.
If you were in the podcast chat and you were enjoying this production, we are at 89 viewers and 48 likes. Just make sure to hit that like button for your boy. If you like chicks with dicks, hit that like
Oh my
button.
god.
Wait a minute! Wait! How'd this conversation
He's not
go
a chick.
there?
He's just a
Hold on.
dude.
Hey
He's
Shadow,
just a
did you like sexy jutsu?
Oh my god. Nah. We moving on, boys. We moving on. We moving on.
Before we move on though, real quick, the DLC is $25.
All right. That's a decent enough
can work.
price. All right.
Beautiful
let's
man for just a small amount of $25.
Stop this. Stop this.
Solid work to me.
What's happened to my
Where do I
podcast?
put my wallet?
Okay,
Stop
okay,
this.
so we'll move on. We'll move on.
Oh my
We'll
god. Y'all
We'll
terrible
move
people.
on.
All right. So Fire
What?
Emblem.
How are we terrible? Okay. Go on.
So Fire Emblem Heroes is coming out with a subscription model, a free-to-play game. It's coming out with a subscription model for $9.99 a month. I don't know how you guys feel about Fire Emblem Heroes, but me personally, I kind of feel like this is dangerous territory we're drifting into. A free-to-play game with a subscription model is gonna have other free-to-play games doing the same thing.
That's
Like
actually
FGO?
nothing new. Other games have been doing, mobile games been doing that.
Really? Which ones? I thought this was like the first one.
Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax.
Wait, that's a fighting game.
No, this the mobile version.
There's a mobile version?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I know
Shit,
that.
we downloaded
But okay, but like either way, Fire Emblem Heroes is gonna make it popular. Fire Emblem Heroes is
Yeah,
gonna
this-
make it
this is
a
true.
thing for everybody to do. Bob, how much are you paying for Final Fantasy 14 online?
Like 12 a month.
$12 a month.
That's when I'm active though. I don't like pay for a year round. When I'm not playing, I just cancel.
Okay, and that's like what, $2 less. So it's like, oh man, these guys are gonna
Also, it's an MMO with literally thousands of hours of content.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But for $12, you get all that. For $9, what's the difference with that $2 for Final Fantasy 14 and a mobile game, free to play mobile game?
I mean, you're spending on gacha rolls and all this other crap that is not that great.
But
You're literally spending more money to gamble.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm looking at it.
It's a buy-in.
Like I said, this is gonna set a
Just
dangerous
gambling, I'm
precedent.
pretty sure they give
Also,
you
these
stuff like
these companies keep doing this because people keep buying it. Look at
Exactly,
Fallout
exactly.
76. Terrible game, panned by everyone. They released that $100 a year life service thing. Tons of people buy it that are playing the game, and I don't understand. But they do it, so companies keep doing it because they can get away with
True.
it.
Look at Skyrim too. Even Skyrim, though, like why does it keep getting remade? Because people keep buying it. That was
Todd
literally,
even said, "Stop
yeah,
buying the
that's
game
what I'm
and we'll
saying. That was
stop
like straight up
remaking
his words. When are you gonna stop making it? When people stop buying it, which is 100% a fair argument.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would
We're making money, so why not, print money? Yeah.
Their business. This
So,
literally
like,
every. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's fine. Go for it. I made my point.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, that's literally every company's dream is to have one game and just let it sell for all eternity. They don't have to do anything. Just remaster the game and throw it on the new console. Like you best believe you're gonna see Skyrim on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. Like, come on.
And Fire Emblem Heroes, it's like it is the main contributor to Nintendo mobile games making over $1 billion at 656 million. Fire Emblem Heroes by itself.
I'm so surprised Fire Emblem Heroes is like top of the top for them.
It's ridiculous.
I'm shocked.
Mobile game. People love their waifus. Their 2D art.
I blame Shadow.
And there's actually like a competitive side to Fire Emblem.
You know what? I play on Fate Grand Order. I mean, I don't pay for it that much, but
if they're with the subscription model, that for $5 that
you're a part
training
of the problem,
items.
You definitely right. You ain't.
I quit.
I definitely would put that as part of my monthly subscription stuff. But yeah, it's crazy how this game has made Nintendo so much money. This is why a lot of companies go into the mobile market just to get that easy revenue for the most part.
It is what it is.
Alrighty. Alright, so let's move on to what else we got? The Switch. The Nintendo Switch has sold a lot. I believe it has surpassed the Xbox One in sales.
Yep.
That is absolutely ridiculous. So,
not surprising, but amazing.
Yeah. So Switch worldwide sales have topped 52.48 million, which I think the Xbox One is slated to be around 35 million to 45 million, somewhere around there, because Microsoft doesn't release numbers for good reason.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing as a mother.
Wild.
But it lapped them. Like Nintendo came out with a failed console this generation, and within what was it? How long has the Switch been on market? 3 years? Has surpassed something that's been out longer.
About.
2 years and 11 months.
God damn, you hate to see it. I don't know.
Keep in mind, Microsoft has no market whatsoever in Asia.
That's true, yeah.
The Xbox One sells units in like the double digits weekly.
Remember, they laughed at the Xbox during Banjo's breakdown.
Please buy an Xbox One. No, really, super serious.
And we may have been joking about it earlier about Pokemon Sword and Shield, but that went on the top. 16 million units. 60 million sales, I'm sorry. So
crazy.
Yeah.
How many people complained about Pokemon Sword and Shield because not all the Pokemon were there, the animations, blah 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 blah. It's the vocal minority. I swear to God.
Yeah, I think
those are legit complaints though, but
yeah, it's like the Kardashians.
Need their fix.
And guess what? It don't matter because them sales just show in case that they don't.
That's true. I mean, I guess also my thing is you can complain, but it's how you complain. Threatening devs and being wild, is no way to go about
accusing.
Right, those people suck. The people that just have legit complaints. Yeah.
I mean, the animations though, is that really gonna destroy your love of Pokemon?
Well, here's the thing. They said that they were cutting Pokemon to improve animations. That's what pissed people off. They're still kind of lackluster.
So especially when you see it's finally coming to a console. Plus, you look at past games like Coliseum and XD
and they're charging us $20 more now.
Yeah, and $20 more.
Yeah, it's like they just took stuff out and they're charging you for it.
Hey, here's the
thing. They did add new Pokemon though, yeah.
Like 90.
Yeah, isn't this the lowest new region that got new Pokemon?
No. X and Y still holds that.
X and Y was lowest with 60.
Okay, but this is the second one, right?
I think.
Okay. They're trying. They're trying to see how little they can get away with.
Okay, so they're trying to cut
X and Y was better than Sun and Moon. Yep, I said
okay.
Dang, those are fine to some people.
Yep.
Bro, have you played X and Y?
Yes, sir.
Have you played Sun and Moon?
Had a good time. Yes, and it was annoying. It
I
was
had
a
a good
cold
time.
handing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Time out. Did he say
I
X and Y is better than Sun and Moon?
Yes.
Okay, name me
So-
one gym leader in X and Y.
We got that one chick from...
No, name them. Name
no,
them. Name them.
No,
Answer the
he
question.
wants
Name
to
one.
You ain't
I mean,
know
I-
all
Full
these.
government.
I can't
Oh
remember
my
half
goodness.
the gym leaders from like anybody past what the second gen.
Okay,
I don't
so
even remember. I don't keep.
I know like
track.
Lance and Sabrina. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Gen 1.
my point is that they are unmemorable. All the gym leaders in
I
X and
don't
Y.
remember anybody from past. Okay, Ruby and Sapphire. I don't remember any gym leaders after that.
Okay, all right. You don't remember what's the electric gym? What's her name? Whatever her name is. I forgot.
See?
Lusame? Not Lusame. I forgot her name.
Lusamine.
Lucamine's a mom.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's a muff. My fault. I'm thinking about
Sabrina from
yes.
Gen 1.
Yeah,
Gen
that's
one.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
I can remember
nowadays.
Flannery
You talk about
from-
gym leaders.
Remember
like nothing.
Lieutenant Surge? Here we go.
Surge,
you wanna
there we
talk
go.
about
We
Surge?
talk about
Lieutenant
Misty
Surge?
though? Misty?
Yeah, Misty, Brock.
Come on,
Oh,
now.
Johnny?
hard Brock?
Come on
If
now.
y'all only remember Misty and Brock, it's because you watched the anime. Don't even lie to me.
So
Nah,
true.
we got Koga.
Nah, that chick that had the dragon there.
Bro, Watson?
Claire?
Claire.
Yeah, Claire.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
was
even
great.
remember it. Claire.
She was cool.
Sir,
Ma-
you mean
Who's
biology?
the grass person? Who's the grass
Morty.
Erica.
trainer?
Erica.
Which one?
Erica from Gen 1.
Oh,
Oh,
I remember an
Oh,
Erica.
the
Sabrina was the best
kimono
one.
girl.
That's really all that matters.
Hi.
Big
Hey.
facts.
At
Okay,
least
as long as we all agree.
But all I'm saying, in Sun and Moon, the best gym leader, quote unquote, was Olivia. So that's
She wasn't a gym leader though.
I
She
mean,
was a
technically,
kahuna.
There were no gym
it's the
leaders.
same
They were just
thing.
trials.
It's
She
the
ran
same
the
thing.
island.
Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing. Or Elite Four. How about that? Okay, if you want to get technical.
I mean, that
I'm
one
just saying,
chick
I'm
with the
tired of
golf
hearing
club is
about
still there.
Maz Lasadas all the time in Sun and Moon.
Bro, how's a dumbass, bro? Straight up. How and Hop? Oh my gosh.
Yo, Hop. Whoa, time out. We gotta talk about Hop for 2 seconds. Hop
Oh, boy.
is cool. Okay,
Wasted
Hop
shit.
is
Cool. I haven't
cool.
played Sun and
People.
Shield yet, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
cool.
like the best rival in modern like Pokemon for the most part.
Is he
Since
real?
Gold-
Yes, he
the
is.
bar's so low, though.
No, well, he's better than Hop at least. He's
Okay,
10
that's
times
also
better
not
than Hop.
Hard to do.
No, but they're basically the same. But Hop is like he's way better at the same time.
I'd take Barry from 4th gen over Hop.
Barry's my least
Whoa.
favorite rival ever. I cannot stand Barry.
People saying Hop is annoying. I'm like, yo, Hop actually has some character development.
See, Hop has character development, but he still annoyed me, so I kind of didn't care.
I'm over here just with Gary.
Oh,
Gen
right.
1 all
Oh,
day,
okay.
every day.
Kavik, are you
All
a
day,
Come on,
Gen
every
you
1?
got
day.
it like gold.
What's the one from Johto?
Yeah, gold.
Oh,
and silver.
Silver.
Yeah.
Depending
My
on which
dad
one you
beat me
play.
at night.
Gary. I don't
What?
We
care.
just call him Giovanni.
Wait, what?
That's basically Silver's life in a nutshell.
All right.
So here's the thing about Pokemon and its sales. Everyone's complaining, but everybody knows the best way to complain is to vote with your wallet, which they did not. So
Well,
Exactly.
the thing about it is that the
they screwed
casuals far outnumber those people online who are pissed off. It's the same thing like it happened with that Call of Duty game. That Call of Duty game that came out, I don't know, it was a while ago. It was like futuristic, but people wanted it to be boots
Advanced
on the
Warfare?
ground. Yeah, I think it was one of those.
No, Infinite Warfare.
Infinite
No, it was Infinite Warfare.
Okay, yeah, people
was
were
Infinite
complaining.
Warfare.
People complain about that like crazy. It's like the most disliked Call of Duty video on YouTube or some shit. But that game still went on to do numbers. So
the thing about
And then
Pokemon is
there's-
that even if
there's
those people
Advanced
who were
Warfare.
complaining did vote with their wallets, yeah, I do understand that Pokemon would have still made bank to the
Yeah.
point where they wouldn't have done anything. But my point is, they did not vote with their wallets.
nah,
regardless.
they definitely
They
did
bought
it.
the game anyway.
This is one YouTuber who was doing nothing but complaining about Pokemon.
Wham. He's there midnight.
He's there midnight, day one.
Yeah.
And he brought the game. Like he was making some probably sweet money off those Pokemon videos.
I
But,
know
he
you're
did it for the
talking about,
views.
actually.
yeah, it don't matter. Silphco or something like that was his name. I don't know. But like, yeah, he was making a good amount of money. He was probably like doing like 100,000 views per video or something like that.
Right. And
Lord.
before this man picks
Jared's
up the
coming out
game,
with me.
and his first video is I've played Sword and Shield and it's bad.
And then
Alright.
proceeds to 100% that game.
I got every single Pokemon and I'm angry about it.
All right, so before we go into a whole Pokemon thing, let's move on to our next topic. A general question for you guys. Which do you guys, and people in the chat, what do you guys prefer when it comes to these two things? What do you play JRPGs more for? Gameplay or story? Let's go around the round table here, and Sosuke, what do you play JRPGs more for?
I play them for story. However, if the gameplay is good enough to carry me through the story, I'll kind of set the story to the side and be like, I'll pay attention to cutscenes here and there, but I'll mostly try and get as much of the gameplay as possible. It's what I did with Tales of Grace's F. Like, I felt the story was a little dry in some areas, but I still pushed through the game because I was like, it's fun to play, and it's really good, and I could never put it down. And another game that does that for me is Crisis Core. I love that game's story, but the gameplay for Crisis Core is super simplistic and brain dead.
Yeah.
Especially with the right materia, you can just blow through the whole game. But I love Zach's story. Why would I not play it again?
Okay, all right. Pelvic?
Oh, absolutely the story, easily.
Wow,
Particularly if they're like interpersonal, like character stories. Like I love character stories. Those are like the best. You know, I don't care about the overarching save the world crap. I want to know like each individual character.
Okay. Souls?
This is tough. So I'm probably gonna just say, I want to say gameplay. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good story and I can appreciate it when there is a good one, but I gotta have the gameplay to keep me going forward. Otherwise, it's like playing a visual novel.
I agree with that. Bao?
Visual novels are good.
So I made a 10-minute video on this that everyone should check out. But to summarize, for me, it's story. I mainly play games for escapism, so I like finding stories I can escape into, characters to love, etc. Pretty much all my favorite games of all time, I like them for the story. Yeah, the gameplay is good, but if I ever want to go back and play an old RPG, it'll likely be because I want to revisit the story, not actually sit through battles.
Okay, all right. Blake?
Well, you didn't mention ass, so I'm gonna have to go with
of these two, bro.
All right.
Blake, don't worry, you'll get the sauce later.
Of these two, people who know me will always understand. I prefer gameplay. Was it The Last Story on the Wii? I think is that what it's called.
Yeah.
I really liked where the story was going, but the gameplay, I put it down. I couldn't do it. In terms of Kingdom Hearts 3, I bought that at the price it was at because I was looking forward to the gameplay because I heard it was more like 2, and I love 2. I didn't care about the story going into 3 at all. I definitely prioritize. Like I said, I can appreciate a good story, but if I don't if the gameplay is holding it back, I'm gonna just watch a Let's Play.
Okay, all right. Riku?
God.
We already know.
Oh, really? Oh, really, Bob? Oh, really?
Yes, Mr. Nightmare Mode is the only way to play a game. We know.
I'm not doing that, by the way, Riku.
Go on.
Damn it, Sasuke.
Go on, Riku.
You will rue the day, Sasuke. To be honest with you, story. I don't think I could call myself a Trails fan and not choose story.
He lied.
With these guys. No. Yeah, I know. Everybody was giving their answers, and I was just like, really, which one is it? To be honest, it's story. To be honest with you, that's why I'm playing all of these JRPGs. If you know what I'm doing in the backgrounds, I'm looking for inspiration in regards to good stories and in regards to video games. In my opinion, the best stories you're going to find is in JRPGs. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to play this genre and get into it heavily, was because of the stories. Honestly, when it comes to gameplay, I would go play either an action RPG or one of those third-person fighting games like Gundam Versus or J-Stars or whatever for gameplay. But when I come to a JRPG, yeah, I definitely will be choosing story. So. But man, gameplay is right up on that ass for me too. So, yeah.
Okay. So me personally, this is a tough one, kind of, but at the end of the day, I'm choosing gameplay. I think I got into JRPGs because of its unique gameplay.
Understandable.
I remember playing Final Fantasy VII. I was fascinated that it wasn't like a side-scrolling action game or something like that we would just like take in turns and using magic and skills to attack. I'm more attracted to a JRPG that has good gameplay than a story. Like the story is good, don't get me wrong, and it keeps me playing, but the gameplay ultimately is why I'm playing a game. It's called gameplay, so I buy the game to play the game. I can understand how people will play it for story, but me, whenever I see a new JRPG come out, I'm like, where's the gameplay? Well, where's the gameplay? Just show me the gameplay. It's great. Oh, characters. Oh, she's waifu. That's great. Where's my gameplay? Because if the gameplay is not there, I'm not playing it at all. I don't really care. I might be interested in the game because, some character designs look pretty good, and I might look up some more stuff, but if the gameplay is not there, I ain't playing it. Ryza. Okay. Ryza might be an exception. But yeah, at the end of the day, gameplay is all that really matters to me. It's like I think Soul said it. It's like if you're not playing the game or something like that, you're playing a visual novel, and I don't care for visual novels all that much.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get into visual novels, but I got an next.
I
have to do Fate.
I also heard about a game called House of Fata Morgana. Heard that is very
Love.
Lovely. Okay.
I watched the anime.
No, don't play. You know what? Play Love.
I heard about that.
Love.
Wait, have you played Love Pelvic?
Love. Go ahead. No.
She's
add that to the list.
Love.
She's scarred. That's normal.
I will
add
be
that to the
playing,
list.
Isn't it on the Vita? Anyway, point is,
Oh my god.
hey, here's the point with Bao talking about the whole difficulty thing. The only reason I even talk about that is directly connected to the story. Like I said, in regards to those Trails games, I'm fighting up. No, let me explain. When those powerful characters are shown, and I utterly destroy them, and then after when it goes into a cutscene and I see my characters on their knees, like, oh, that was hard, and I'm like, no, it wasn't. I fucking destroyed him. I don't feel that immersion to what the story portrayed the characters are to what I played in the gameplay. So that's one of the reasons why I play on the harder difficulty, so I can at least feel the exact same thing that what the characters felt when the cutscene of the story starts afterwards. So that's just me. So yeah, story. and how it goes into all that difficulty I'd be choosing.
That was a long-winded way of saying gameplay, Riku.
Yes, it is. But I made it sense.
I mean, those ancient hieroglyphic wall of text you be sending about how you need to play on nightmare difficulty.
Immersion. It's about immersion, okay? And immersion is connected to story.
Immersion my ass. You are a glutton.
You better
for
immerse
punishment.
yourself, boy. That's why we play video games.
But
Can't wait to see you play the SMT game on the hardest difficulty.
I love to see it. Stream it, please.
There's a difference between hard and bullshit.
don't play Nocturne.
Nah, or you can do it since you want to be immersed. You want to see that strength.
There's to be immersed in bullshit, okay?
All right, so it seems that the chat really said story at the end of the day. So it's cool if you prefer story. Just me, I'll go for gameplay over that. All right, our next topic is a one gotta go.
Oh god.
And this one is for the classics. One gotta go between Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, and Earthbound. Really, 3 classic JRPGs. It seems like it's going to be an interesting conversation right now. So let me ask Pelvic. Pelvic, which one do you think of these has got to go?
Final Fantasy VI. Easy.
I knew she was going to say
Wow.
I just felt a stake through my heart.
this. Oh, but she's going to say Final
God.
Fantasy VI.
Easy.
Earthbound ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
easy.
She'd probably get murdered in
Oh,
the
yeah,
city if
yeah.
she said Chrono Trigger.
Well, Chrono Trigger things I like all 3 games, but out of all 3, I think Final Fantasy VI didn't really stick with me. The one thing I adore about Final Fantasy VI would be everything Cyan. I don't give a fuck that he's the slowest character. I love Cyan so much. His gameplay is great, but and he's the slowest character, and that's why people have problems with him. And I don't talk to those people, but Final Fantasy VI is really. Chrono Trigger is good. I like Chrono Trigger. I found Chrono Trigger more to be more enjoyable than Final Fantasy VI in my opinion. And then Earthbound is just perfection. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Souls?
Yeah, I haven't played any of them.
Aw,
What?
man.
What? Really?
Nope.
How you on this podcast and you ain't playing any of these games, man?
Nah. Souls, I gotta DM you these ROM links now. You about to play these games? Drop a
It's
cap.
hard for me to get back into those.
Oh man, you hate
It
to
could
see
be hard, bro.
All right, fine.
I did
Souls.
always want to try Earthbound, but
How you never played any of these games on these lists? For shame.
Well, here we go.
Wait, how do you
Wait a
never play
minute,
Earthbound?
wait a
But I see you play Ness and Smash.
Hold up, Blake.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you too, Blake.
What?
Which ones have you played, Mr. Westtown HD? Exposed.
okay.
The phony.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll have you know that I have played. So Final Fantasy 6 gotta go. All right, that's the
Oh, wow, okay. All right.
See, okay.
No, he not.
Wait, 6
No,
has
he
Terra
not.
in it, right?
Yes.
Okay, Chrono Trigger gotta go.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so you
Well, all that
Chrono-
Toriyama
you
art
said-
greatness.
You said Chrono Trigger gotta go. I'm Chrono Triggered hearing that.
You gotta go, Blake.
You kid. Wow. Wow.
You gotta go.
Oh man. All right, Bob, which one you getting rid of?
This one's easy for me, Earthbound.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. I like Earthbound. I just feel Mother 3 is superior to it in every way. While Chrono Trigger, timeless, amazing, phenomenal game. You can go back and play anytime. Final Fantasy 6 is like the game I use to measure other RPGs. Like, is that good for me? So,
Used to.
yeah. And my favorite Final Fantasy game, period. So I can't pick that. But Earthbound was good, but it does not hold a candle to either one. Plus, Earthbound has aged worse than the other two anyway, so.
I
Okay.
wouldn't argue that it aged worse. That's fine. I will accept. Earthbound is still fantastic.
See, if you pick Mother 3, that would be hard for me to pick. 'Cause that game's phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I mean, still, I would have chose Final Fantasy 6. I can get out.
Okay, Palvik.
We get it. You hate good games.
Okay. Sosuke, which one are you getting rid of? If you had to pick
Like,
one.
I had to think about this when I saw the topics. Like, it was really hard for me to choose. Honestly, I have to say Earthbound. Now, I love all three of these games to death, but it's just the order of which one I'll go back to the most. And honestly, I'd go back to Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI before I go back to Earthbound. And it's more just because my attachment to the characters in Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI is so much bigger than my attachment to everybody in Earthbound. Like, it just, this disconnect between me and the characters, especially like towards like the beginning where you get introduced to them, I don't like, it didn't really make a good impression on me. By the end, I was just like, okay, that was good. I'll come back to it again someday. And it never happened. Just couldn't really feel it. Not to mention the battle system is a little for me in Earthbound. I still have yet to play Mother 3 and I want to. Just knowing that Mother 3 does everything better, I'm like, I may never go back to you, Earthbound. It's just got to be that way sometimes.
Okay. All right. Riku, which one you getting rid of? I don't know if you played all three of these.
Actually, I have not. I played Mother 1, but I have not played Earthbound as of yet. So, unfortunately, by default, I'm going to have to get rid of Earthbound, only because I
regret
do
working
not
with you.
have. I'm being real, all right? I'm not just gonna lie and say, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna choose this because no, I'm sorry. If I played it and I had a case against it, I would have said something, but I don't. I don't have any connection to Earthbound at this time. I will be playing it this year, so maybe, I'll give my impressions on that in the future. But as of right now, it has to go by default.
Okay. All right. So for me personally, this one's kind of easy for me because I didn't really delve deep into Earthbound. I downloaded it. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well,
You bought it.
yeah.
Had your good friend Bowser Carrier send you a copy.
Yeah. I played it for a little bit and I was like, oh, okay, this is whatever.
Wait, you
so
ain't
far.
play it? Ah, come on.
Nah, I didn't really play it. So Earthbound would have to go for me. I could see why it might be like one of those coveted games, but between Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger, shit. That's a
Is it
tough
back to you
one.
on that?
Yeah, I don't really know because Chrono Trigger took me a while to play. I didn't play Chrono Trigger until like I want to say 2014 or 2015. Maybe it was 2016. I'm not sure. And I was gonna do like a whole playthrough of it, like my whole first time playing it. But then like I set up one video, and then I started playing the game again, and I just like couldn't put the game down. So I played through the whole game without recording myself playing. It was really fun. A lot of great stuff with the timelines. Final Fantasy VI is just an absolute classic. Oh my god, everything about that game is magnificent. But between those two, probably gonna have to go with Chrono Trigger.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, probably gonna have to go with Chrono Trigger on that one. I would love to see Chrono in Smash. That'd be pretty cool.
No, you don't deserve him to smash now.
Yes, please. More Toriyama.
Bro.
More Toriyama.
What two music songs would you want with him?
Shut your ass up.
Bro, is he not a square character?
Play the game, Blake.
Bro. Is he not a square character?
Yeah, he's not Cloud.
Okay, no. But what two music tracks do you want from his game?
Hero has what?
There are
10?
4 heroes. There are 4 heroes, and there are 8 songs. That's 2 apiece.
And guess what? You can finesse it with Chrono. Sakurai can do it.
Can we get 4 Chronos?
Yes, actually, we can. If we go off with unused art, unused concept art.
Oh my god. Okay, you got it, Chief. All right, so that's our One Gotta Go segment, and I believe that's all the topics I have for the most part. I don't really have anything else. Unless anybody's got any more topics they want to maybe bring up real quick.
Disappointed in you guys who haven't played Earthbound. That's all.
We all have
It's so good. It's so good. Like Earthbound has in my opinion, one of the best villains in JRPGs. Like in my opinion, like villains that you love to hate.
You dislike Porky that much?
I think Porky's an excellent villain. Are you kidding me?
I mean, he's not bad. I didn't
Porky...
think you put him to that high of a
Is Porky that thing from the subspace?
Porky's the kid inside of it.
Wait, why is he in the machine then?
Because he's Porky.
That's a spoiler.
Yeah, let's not dive into spoilers.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list this year.
Save that for the spoiler cast.
Oh, you know what? They want a Q&A section. So yeah, go for it, yo. We got some Q&A. So, okay, how about this? Chat, I'm taking over, shout out. Chat, leave all your Q&As. Leave all your questions in the chat, and we will answer. You guys want us to talk about Kakarot. We didn't talk about the Metacritic score. So while we talk about that,
this is the HPLP podcast now.
Okay, like shit. So, but yeah, so okay, we'll talk about Kakarot, and you guys list your questions that you have, and we'll answer them once we're done speaking our thoughts. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on DBZ Kakarot?
People who brought it are crazy. It's the same Dragon Ball game for the longest time, same story,
Incorrect.
And same mediocre gameplay. It's like Xenoverse. And you gotta be a simpleton in order to play that game. That's all. I'm saying.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that whole Xenoverse thing. Xenoverse is better in gameplay. CyberConnect 2 and everyone over there needs to die. And
watch the mouth. Dot Hack is great.
Dot Hack did not age well, and JoJo's All-Star Dot Hack did not age well, and JoJo's All-Star Battle is the only good thing that CyberConnect has ever created.
All right, now
that is bullshit.
Yo, okay, yo, this is my podcast now. You're banned. Banned.
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
All right. Well, if CyberConnect is so good, why when they were working on the Final Fantasy VII remake, that Square would come in there and be like, you guys can get the fuck out. And then they
because this is Square we're talking about,
or maybe
because they would have been too over the top with Final Fantasy, and they don't like that crazy.
Someone put a good question in the chat. Pick one. Remake a game that was already great with updated technology and a few tweaks, or a bad game that had potential so it can have a second chance of fulfilling its full potential.
Let's go.
Would you really pick Sonic 06?
With all the guns?
All right, guys, one at a time.
Tales of Zephyria?
No, that one doesn't even deserve another chance.
That's a waste. That is a waste.
God, that is such a waste. I would give it to Suikoden 4. I really would. I don't know if anyone's played that, but I would give it to 4 because that's like the worst in the series. But I would do that because I think it has so much potential. It just fails so hard. But like, it has so much potential to be amazing. So yeah, I would hesitantly choose the second option. A bad game that had potential, so it can have a second chance of fulfilling its potential. Yeah.
You know what game I would choose?
Here we go.
Pelvic, you know what game I would choose?
Oh god.
Here we go.
I'm nervous. What the fuck?
Here it
No?
comes.
You really don't know.
You really don't know?
You really don't
Pelvic?
know.
Here.
I even know.
I'm gonna
I
pick
didn't even play it
Nier.
and I know.
I'll pick
Let her
Nier.
have it.
Nier PS3.
Here it comes.
Bring
Someone
that,
say in the chat too. Remake Nier.
bring that terrible
Remake
game,
Breaking
terribly
Guard
made
3.
game.
Oh
Man.
my god!
With like, bring it to current platforms.
Listen, I'm not even denying. Oh my god.
He's talking about from a gameplay standpoint, I'm assuming, lady.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the gameplay standpoint because if
You
you
might-
talk about story, I will fucking reach through the goddamn.
And the story is kind of as well.
Oh, ooh, see, now that's battle talking. This is why you got to tell
I mean, the story is like it was written by a 15-year-old edgelord.
man,
So
oh man.
bullshit. You know, your comprehension is that of a 15-year-old. Maybe you
Says the
Damn.
one that found
Can
Xenogears
understood,
confusing.
okay?
Oh, wait.
Says the
Just a
one that
question
found
about
Xenogears
remaking a game?
confusing.
Oh, guys.
No, Xenogears was convoluted as
Nope,
shit.
I
dog.
understood it from beginning to end with no
You play
problem.
Kingdom Hearts
No,
games.
goddamn timelines and shit. No, and all these
He had like
reincarnations. No,
he had like 7
That's simple.
personalities.
No.
That's simple.
Hey,
Oh, all right. You know, we're
here's-
talking. Shut it down. We're talking
I
about.
can break
Shadow.
it down
Shadow
easily for
wants
you right
fucking-
here.
I swear to God, Shadow, take this man off your goddamn podcast.
All right. Let me go ahead
Okay.
and say my choice. I would actually choose Xenogears, because we all know that this 2 was not treated the way it should have been treated, and yeah, I would like to bring that back in and make it the game that a lot of people love to put it on the pedestal that it apparently people
Okay.
think it's at.
I got a good one.
Talking
Freaking
to the
Devil
bank.
May Cry 4.
Devil May Cry 4? You
Yes.
Yeah.
mean 2? You mean 2, right? You mean 2, right?
DMC, no,
No,
DMC 4.
No, DMC 2.
Hold on, whoa. DMC
Be done with
4?
that. Yeah.
Why would you do
'Cause
DMC
that
4?
one-
It's fine.
No, because that one was actually apparently rushed. It never got a chance to finish development.
You would choose DMC 4 over DMC 2 though?
Yeah, though. Why would
Hey,
you
I'm
choose?
good. I'm good. I'm done with 2. I don't need to go back to get a better version of that.
Yeah, you do. It's garbage.
No, but
Oh.
4, like based on what they already like the limited development time they have for 4, they made a decent game. But imagine if they was able to do it to the best that they could. Because as you can see, with most of Dante's route, you pretty much redid everything Nero did.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's still a fun game.
It's still fun. Like
Yeah.
DMC 2 was like,
And
you're
it can be
playing
even
garbage.
better.
It could be even better, or you could fucking do a remake of DMC 2.
Yeah, I'd rather take the remake for DMC too. Maybe have Dante. Okay,
So
Dante.
before my connection cut me out, like I said, yes.
Yes.
You know what I would pick? I would pick
I said yes.
Xenogears, except I would take it a step further. Not just remake it, but remake the entire project. 'Cause if you
I
don't
was
know,
gonna say, yeah.
Xenogears is one part of like a 6 or 7 game series that never came to fruition. So all
So
those past
basically-
lives you saw them live, those were supposed to be games.
So basically, what you're saying is that they need to do what Trails has successfully done.
Yes.
Yes.
Takahashi
yeah,
never
point.
got the chance because they always pulled his funding.
That's sad.
I gotta admit, I played Xenogears, but I swear to God, I do not remember that game at all. I don't know why I don't remember anything about the game.
See, that's an easy attack, but I'm not gonna take it.
I think I played it in like 2012, but I don't remember nothing about the game. I don't remember like the bad swinging segment or something like that. I don't remember that at all.
I do agree with you.
Sounds like
Bao.
a good
I definitely would
go
love
back
to
to it
see
to
the
me.
entire overarching story brought to life.
Okay.
I could tell you every
I never
plot
did get to
detail
answer
right
this
now if
question.
you want.
No, thank you.
So like I said, so Sonic 06 though.
Are you?
Disgusting.
Whoa.
No.
Blake,
Get
are you
the
serious?
ass out of here.
Here's the thing. I agree with him. I
No.
love Silver the Hedgehog.
No.
Okay.
Listen, Silver got a
Silver
really
was
good-
done good in Sonic Rivals.
Silver, as a character, was lit. He was basically future Trunks the Hedgehog. Okay. And
Basically. Yeah, basically.
Sonic 06 deserves it.
The
It was,
soundtrack's
it
pretty
was
lit, too.
basically supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3 anyway.
Hold up. See, for those who don't believe me, if you look up Sonic 06 cut content and you look at some of the stuff that they wanted to have in this game, but they couldn't have in this game because of rush development time. There was quite a list, as well as I just want to say Fire Emblem Warriors was hot ass, and if we could remake that, that'd be great.
But you want me to get that
someone said PlayStation All Stars.
Oh yeah!
Oh
Yes.
I mean,
sure. Go bring Dart, put him inside the game.
No, Riku, that failed game. That was supposed to be.
Can you remake console like the Vita?
Yeah, Dart was supposed to be.
You know what? I'm going to choke some.
Yeah.
Because it's a failed game that tried to be Smash. Is that why?
I mean, like, it had its own fun uniqueness to it.
I mean, like, I don't think like any game can be as popular as Smash for the most part.
Faith on
I think
Same thing as
people
Pokemon.
remade it too.
people would just say, "Oh, it's a fake Smash clone or something like that." Like, I don't think anything's gonna get to that. I mean, I guess that's technically what Temtem is doing with Pokemon. I don't know,
but it's doing it good.
Yeah. Okay. We do have Discord questions that we should get to.
I never got to answer the remake question.
Oh, go ahead.
Fuck my connection. But no, a game I want remade just because I feel like it didn't get the proper treatment it needed was Final Fantasy VII Dirge Cerberus.
That's
That
a good
game-
choice.
Yeah, that would be good.
That game, I enjoyed the hell out of that game as a kid. And when I revisited it, the minute I turned 21, I was like, wow, this needs work.
Who would you give the
It's like they
development?
Because there was a whole cut multiplayer from the Japanese version which explored on the background of the deep ground soldiers as well as a child soldier who dies in it, sadly. And there was also some cut stages. There was a section where you could have played as Cloud and then one where you could have played as Yuffie. Instead, all we got was that one moment with Kate Sith, and that's it. Nothing, like, different to the game. Like, they really could have did something else with that game, but hopefully they try to redo the compilation of Final Fantasy VII better and do Dirge Cerberus the justice it deserves because Vincent deserved better.
Yeah, that game was hot doo-doo butter.
Indeed.
Wow.
Okay.
What development team would you give it to if it did get a remake, other than Platinum Games?
I think Platinum Games would be the ideal.
I actually would give it to the team that handled the Prompto segment of Final Fantasy 15 because the shooting in that was really good. Like, it actually felt like a shooting game and not half-assed.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, let's go on to our Discord questions real quick. We have a couple. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. All right, let me see. Let's go. Where is the... All right, so let's see. If you had the ability, it's from Nick Knack. If you had the ability to have two JRPG characters fight in a supermarket, who would they be?
What?
Why a supermarket?
I like it.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I have to think about it.
Any two JRPG characters?
Any two JRPG characters.
Let's take this in a circle, because...
Is he trying to be like the anime Bento?
Yes.
That's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. I'm not even sure who I would want.
Like, where did it even start, really?
I know, right? That's a weird one.
It said supermarket, so all I can think of is one character going, "Where are you? I'm at soup. Why are you at soup?
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
No. Shulk talking to Rex on the phone. Rex, where are you? I'm at soup. Why are you at soup?
I'm buying better clothes.
Yeah, seriously.
Better clothes won't save your game or your character.
Ouch.
Sorry, I had to go. Rex
He's
is
not wrong.
Garbage.
But yeah, I think you gotta think about this one.
What makes it so special?
Why not
about the supermarket?
Or just like, well, maybe we could just do two JRPG characters fighting.
Well, if it's a supermarket, they can like throw eggs and crap at each other, or flowers,
like,
slam each other into like the deli section.
I don't know why.
Why is this so
I don't know
distracting?
why. I want to see these two characters fight in a supermarket setting specifically. Raven from Tales of Vesperia and Yosuke from Persona 4. I don't know why.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah.
Okay, and who? So you
And
said
Yosuke
Raven
from Persona 4.
Oh.
Like,
I don't know. It's just I was like,
I'm gonna choose one that Shadow probably would like to see. How about we?
Those games are dope.
People that have played Final Fantasy VII, do you remember the slapping mini game with Tifa?
Oh my
So let's get a slapping game with Tifa and what's the girl from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 name that he likes?
Which one?
Pyra?
Pyra, yeah, there we go. Pyra, a slapping contest between Tifa and
Pyra's
Pyra.
gonna take a seat, man.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Pyra.
Yeah.
Like, I love Pyra, but like shit.
People
I
gonna
just
slap
thought
a
of
new.
mine. I got
Like Mithra, I
Lucina-
feel like would have something to say, but Pyra.
Lucina versus 2B.
2B, listen, 2B
Flat
would
versus
slap.
curved.
Yeah, listen, 2B
The ultimate
My
battle.
God. How do you like bacon or do you like pancakes?
Wow.
I would like to see Tifa versus Velvet.
Oh,
Wait.
That would
Versus
get
Area
violent.
Velvet?
yeah.
Yeah, that would.
Tifa gonna knock some happiness back into her.
I don't
Maybe,
know.
These are
or
fun
maybe
fights we're
Velvet
talking about. That's a straight
Velvet
up
versus
blood fight.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted
Wait, who versus Lightning?
Velvet.
Let's not go there.
I'm pretty sure Velvet takes that though.
Tits bigger than their head, have an ass.
Between Tifa and
Oh man. Let's see what the
What about
chat
Sora
guys.
versus Asbel? Oh, it'd be so cute because they both have big Sora
Who versus
energy.
Asbel?
Jeez.
Sora versus Asbel. Oh, it'd be so cute.
Oh, but you know how that's gonna end. Sherry is gonna feed them both, and then it's just gonna end in a bad skit between Hubert and those goddamn sunscreen
I
rangers.
feel like that would end in them just laughing at each other, covered in.
Or Sophie
Whatever.
jumping in trying to
Exactly.
help
That's why
Asbel.
it'd be so cute. It'd be a cute fight.
Damn, now I want to actually do the Zone Cage and Grace's F.
Oh my god.
Oh no, you don't.
If you're an artist listening to this, someone do one of these. Draw it.
Please.
I don't. wanna
I
do
kind of picture the
anything.
fight being like, you know how like Family Guy had the chicken fights.
Oh my
No,
god,
Yeah.
no.
They
Those
just
got
take it out of the
progressively
whole
more
market.
wild.
And then it just ends up back in the supermarket. Like they fight all around the world, and it just comes back to the supermarket. So I think we answered Sebastian's 003 Perus question about remakes. Acebreaker says on Discord, "What do you want / expect from Final Fantasy 16 when it eventually comes next gen?"
You know what's funny? I heard a
Final
quote
Fantasy?
recently that plays into this. It was Dragon Quest fans always get what they want, but Final Fantasy fans not so much. And that's because Dragon Quest has stayed the same for so long, so you know what to expect from the next game. But Final Fantasy fans, you're so used to not knowing what the heck Square is going to give you that you have no idea what to expect for 16.
You know why that is? That's because Final Fantasy is worldwide, trying to appeal to a worldwide mass. Dragon Quest is only trying to appeal to Japan for the most part, and maybe some people in the West. And they know they can pretty much do whatever, and people would still like it. As long as you don't change up the formula from going from an action game to going to an action game, I think Dragon Quest is just fine.
Here's the thing. Apparently, everyone liked Final Fantasy. In regards to majority of people's love for Final Fantasy, it's from 4 to 10, and
Yep.
and from 4 to 10,
That's
it was
what
a
things got rocky. Yeah.
well, I would say
Well, I
that was a traditional turn-based JRPG. If they stayed just doing that, then they would be just as happy as the Dragon Quest guys, regardless if it was in Japan.
But
or outside.
would it have worldwide appeal?
It already
that's
did,
what-
though.
that's
Yeah,
what
that's
Final-
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like it
From
did.
4 to 10, it did.
Okay,
have
okay, but like we all know that for a period of time, JRPGs wasn't shit, and people were always
and
shitting
that
on
was
them.
and that was
But
so
7
that-
was what
that's-
changed that.
That was
no,
after
no, no.
10, though, right?
Well, I'm talking about like probably 2006 to pretty much 2011 for the most part. So
Yeah,
Square
that was
Enix
around the
kind
time
of felt
after
like so Square Enix kind of felt like they had to change it up to keep themselves relevant.
Well, no, what happened was, remember, Square and Enix came together, and that's when the game started being different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah,
To
point
answer
there.
the question though, what I want to see out of the next Final Fantasy, sorry, just had a
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely
Yeah, I
right.
want to answer this too.
is I want them to actually go back to high fantasy. Think like Final Fantasy 9.
Sound like I'm
Final
So-
Fantasy 9,
Mm.
6.
Yeah, even Final Fantasy 4 as well. I haven't played 4, but I hear it's also a fantasy. If I'm not
Do I have a
mistaken.
game
Five.
for you, Pelvic, called Bravely
Six
Default
and-
2?
Armored guns.
Don't do that to her.
Just cease.
Basically, no actual guns.
Cross
I-
the
But
I
like
do,
you know,
I do
just,
agree with
I
her. The
miss
vibe does need to come back because they brought it back with 9. Prior to 9, it wasn't there. I mean, it was losing it actually. They brought it back and
going- all technological and all this. So it's just something wrong with that. And like the benefit of trying something new, I get it with Final Fantasy. You never know what you're going to expect, but I think that also is how like growth happens. Like, what if Final Fantasy 15, to my knowledge, had a lot of issues, but I don't think it was because of essentially the setting. It was like straight up pieces were like big story beats were missing. Like Homeboy like came back with a scar, and then later it was like DLC and blah, blah. But I think that the benefit of Final Fantasy is it tries new things, and it's like, okay, this works, this doesn't, blah blah blah. Whereas Dragon Quest, again, I've never played a Dragon Quest game in my life, which, don't fix what isn't broken. But what if Dragon Quest tried something different and it actually was successful? That's the game you play. That's the risk you take when you try something different. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. And it just is what it is.
In Dragon Quest's defense, the only time they actually do try anything different is with the spin-offs like Dragon Quest Monsters,
Builders.
Builders, or the what they did with Dragon Quest, was it 10, which was an MMO?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was?
And
Yeah.
even the Warriors.
Yeah. Warriors.
Dragon Quest
Anytime Dragon Quest wants to experiment, they always do it with their spin-off games. I feel that probably would have been better if Final Fantasy took that route as well, instead of
I agree.
their next.
They kind of did, but they stopped doing spin-offs like with Tactics, right?
Yeah, they had that.
Yes.
And see, that was during the time of their golden age. It was through 4 through 10. I think whatever the fuck was going on during that time, they had it. They were on the right track. But yeah, then they were like, all right, you know what? Let's make the next. Because remember, think about this. Remember, Final Fantasy 15 wasn't supposed to be Final Fantasy 15.
No, it
It was supposed
wasn't.
to be a different game completely.
Basically, going back to what I was saying.
They just took forever.
Yeah, all of those spin-off games should have stayed spin-off games, and your main ones should have stayed, like how the Golden Age games were. But that's
In the chat, J Run, Final Fantasy 16 will be a shooting game with castles.
Ouch.
It's sad because that sounds like it could be true.
It's like it's just saying they want to get worldwide appeal. Like they've been doing that a lot lately. Watch the next one have the main protagonist be like a female with dreads, like a black female.
Yeah.
Honestly,
third-person
That actually tied into what I wanted to how I wanted to answer the question.
Go ahead.
If we were to Final Fantasy 16 go back to high fantasy as well, can we have multiple protagonists? Can we have how 6 did it, but not too many protagonists? So give us 2 or 3 different characters that we can choose to start the game with.
Oh, like Octopath?
And some like Octopath, but not that many. It's just they all come together and it becomes a singular plot that they work together because of the story and because some of their stories are just set.
Wild Arms. Wild Arms.
Yeah, Wild Arms. Or you could go play Saga, which is basically
Let's add that to the list.
Ugly brother.
What the fuck?
Honestly, when I think of 16, I get a bit of anxiety just because I don't know if I can trust Square with the mainline series anymore. Because I love 14, of course, but it's very unorthodox of a game. It's an MMO. And of course, 15 was a train wreck. 13, we all know, was a bit of a train wreck.
Lightning, you were so hot. Why did you screw it up?
It was a pink-haired.
I don't even know what I want from 16, but I want it to just be a good game that has that classic Final Fantasy feeling, whether it's 1 through 10 or whatever. It's you don't need to reinvent the wheel every time.
Yeah, that's exactly what they try to do.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
The problem is I don't think they ever thought it was, fixed to begin with.
Okay. Who else didn't answer the question? What do you guys want from Final Fantasy 16?
Blake, go ahead. You have the floor.
Well, so you see, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. So from 16, from 16, all I want is a female main character. Okay, I'm done.
Jesus.
Get the fuck out!
Speaking with someone who's never played a Final Fantasy game. It's like, hey, guy, has never played a Final Fantasy game. What do you want from this 16th Final Fantasy?
Bro, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't play Final Fantasy games.
Wait, I got it, Blake. I know what you want on the 16. A better main character than Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Listen, man, don't hate on Rex.
Yo,
Rex,
wait. What I want from 16 is I want it to come to Switch.
Jeez.
Goddamn.
And I want it to not be given on Switch 15.
All right, but we gotta stop you in the middle of that because you don't know.
Next thing he's gonna say is he wants SpongeBob in the game.
Bro. Okay, now.
Why would you say that?
Bro, Riku, you know. This is why Riku-san won. The only one. Understand
Let's
me.
go.
Oh my God!
I can see
Speaking.
SpongeBob
Oh,
doing
man.
Yo. So
Final
speaking of
Fantasy
SpongeBob,
attack?
so the release
Okay,
date for
calm
Battle for
down,
Bikini
calm down,
Bottom
people, calm down.
has been leaked.
Okay, calm down, people.
So,
Relax.
you want me to let the people know?
All right, let's stick with the question. Riku, what do you want from Final Fantasy 16?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Final Fantasy 16. To be honest, like I said, just go traditional. I would love what Lady Palvic said also. Make it traditional. I would say make it traditional. Give us an gameplay as closely as you possibly can to Final Fantasy 10, and just put it on par with the Personas and the Dragon Quest 11s. Where is Final Fantasy's Persona 5, Dragon Quest 11 turn-based JRPG equivalent? Doesn't exist. Give it to us.
It doesn't have like that thing where you truly bond with your party members.
Last time apparently people had that was Final Fantasy 10.
14 technically too, but no one plays it.
We're
'cause
talking about
MMO.
turn-based JRPGs. Well, I'm talking about turn-based JRPGs.
Yeah, but you can't exclude characters just because it's an MMO, though. If you're talking about characters.
Like I said, he asked me what I want, Bao, not you.
Yeah, so you're saying the MMO doesn't count because it's an MMO.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't count. I'm saying I want a traditional turn-based JRPG on par with Persona 5 and Dragon Quest 11. Period. That's all I'm saying. If Final Fantasy 17 wants to be the next MMO, good. Go ahead. We're talking about 16 right now, baby.
So yeah, basically what I want from 16 is a turn-based game. It'd be nice if they had a world map. I don't need it to be completely open world, I guess you can say. It could be like Final Fantasy 10 for the most part, like you guys have been saying. Don't really care about the leads, whoever the lead character is. I just want a good amount of characters that you can play as. The 4 in Final Fantasy 15, no, that didn't work out too well. That was a bad
Nocturne difficulty.
8 is the sweet spot.
Yeah, I feel like 8 was pretty good when it came to difficulty. 10 was okay too. I think 10
No, I'm not talking about Final Fantasy. I'm talking about characters.
Okay.
8 characters.
Yeah, 8 characters. Yeah, 8 characters is good too. But yeah, just put it back to the traditional. That would be great. Watch they actually do that, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're going back to our roots this time, and we're gonna have a turn-based RPG, and some parts are gonna be retro." Something like
just like Resident Evil 7.
Yeah. Oh no, not. Oh, Resident Evil 7 was okay.
I still haven't played 7.
Yeah, me either.
First-person shooter also.
That'd be. I don't want that. I would not want that. All right. Other Discord questions. Curious, what's Ricardo Balma asks, curious, what's everyone's style when it comes to buying weapons and armor in a new town? I typically try to equip the main character with the best equipment possible, and then everybody else I probably go for armor, just so they can at least survive.
It really depends on the RPG for me.
Yeah, it depends for me too. But for the most part, before I even buy anything in town, I like to go to wherever the next dungeon or next area is, because you can find whatever they're selling on the map first, and then I come back and buy it.
That's the double-edged sword, man.
So I ain't trying to spend no waste no money.
Depending on the game you're playing. If you don't,
I'll say Dragon Quest 11 was a good example for me because if it's a big jump in my stats, I'll go for it. Especially if money is tight in that game. But if it's +2, +5, then I might ignore it. Unless I'm just drowning in money, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. If you're drowning in money, yeah, sure, just buy everything else. But I'm assuming this question is if you're limited on funds, and you can only buy so much.
Yeah, only if it's a big jump in attack or defense.
I'm kind of with Shadow here. I always optimize the main character because most of the time he's the one that's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sometimes you might have to play as a different party, but at those times, yeah, that's rare. That's rare that happens.
Plus, it's short-lived.
Yeah, you just gotta get through one fight or 2 fights, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. I hated that in 13, but I'm not gonna
do that in Legend of Dragoon. It sucked.
The way I go about buying equipment, I'd have to say I usually try to focus on whatever gives the proper stat bonus, like a character. If They're focused on magic. Oh, this has good attack. Well, what about the magic? Don't worry about the magic. Then I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to wait until I find something else or wait till the next town and just kind of tough it out until I see something else instead of just wasting my money. Because that's the potion fund. That's where the ethers come from, man. My health is more important than my equipment sometimes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Pelvic, what would you do? What do you do when you first enter a town and you need to upgrade your equipment? What are you going for first?
Yeah, definitely my main character, and then everybody else. Like sometimes if I have a cleric, like a squishy character, I'll go out of my way to make sure they have like high defense. I need them to stay alive, to keep me alive, you know? Yeah, primarily that. But I definitely do prioritize equipment over like consumables for the most part, unless I know an area I'm going to is going to be, for example, like most starter areas are poison filled, you know? So I'm like, oh, let me just buy like 50 antidotes because I'm going to be poisoned, by every fucking random encounter. So let's do this, right? But for the most part, yeah, I'm definitely big on equipment, and just my cleric always has armor, and my main character gets everything, and then whatever's left over, everybody else can get. Depending how I like the character, you know what I mean? If this character keeps like fucking up, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care if you die, so you don't need the best stuff because you're gonna die anyways,
Do you guys ever do like handy downs?
Oh yeah,
Suikoden is the king of hand-me-down equipment.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Anything? Does anybody ever buy like one of everything just in case you don't know what to expect in a dungeon?
Oh yeah,
you're at zero. Just buy one of everything.
I never do that.
I'm not equipment, but just like consumable.
Yeah, consumables.
Oh yeah, it's like a rule for me. Like Pokemon, I always have like 5 of every stat healer or stat healer.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I try to do that sometimes, but it don't be working out sometimes because I need all the money I can get. Well, that's the only Nocturne now I'm thinking about. Never mind.
Good old Nocturne.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet, Shadow. I'm on the last dungeon, so I should be towards it. So you guys said I had to play like what, 3 gods or something like that? Fight 3 gods. You gotta fight 3 gods, then you gotta get the Masakato Magatama because you're gonna need it. Let's be real.
Alright, we'll see what goes on with that. Our next and last question from Discord comes from Jonah. This is a weird question.
It's Jonah, what do you say?
Well, it's not weird. It's just like the way it's the way he presented it. If you were to name one song, like only one, or maybe 3 songs from any JRPG that you consider the best ever made, or just the best of all time, what would it be?
So your top 3 songs.
Top 3 JRPG songs?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, or you could just name one if you're going to name one.
It's hard to narrow them down to 3, but to give you 3 off the top of my head, Megas' theme from Chrono Trigger, Shu's theme from Super Robot Wars, the Dark Prison version specifically, and the Celestial Angel theme from, what's it called? Shin Megami Tensei 4.
That theme is terrifying.
I'd say the final boss theme in Cold Steel 1.
This is all this. Oh, it's gotta be a JRPG, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be a JRPG.
Favorite music.
I have to say for myself, like for final boss, I'm gonna do final boss themes. Final boss themes, I'm gonna go with Xenosaga Episode 2, the fight with Albedo. I believe that's his name. That theme,
Albedo, yeah.
Yeah, that theme is just really good. That's like the best final boss theme I have ever heard in my life. It embodies everything I feel a final boss theme needs. Dread, desperation. You don't know if you're gonna win or not. It's so fucking good.
What song again?
Albedo?
Yes, Xenosaga Episode 2, Final Battle theme.
Oh, okay.
That's a really good one. I would have to say, even though it's kind of all over the place, Star Ocean 3 Highbrow, that one's really good too. It jumps from like techno to jazz. It's so weird. That song, but it's still good. What's the last one I would consider? Off the top of my head would have to be, I don't think anybody's played Record of Agrivis War, but I believe the final boss battle on that theme is called Final Chase. And that song is also the same as Xenosaga when it comes to it's like a perfect final boss theme in my opinion. Anybody else?
If you
Octopath
want,
Traveler had some solid boss.
Oh,
themes.
absolutely. Oh
Like
god.
Octopath Traveler was definitely some. Like,
That
especially
got-
when you heard the character theme in the beginning, and then it broke into like the actual boss theme. I was like, oh,
Absolutely.
oh, it hits so good. Like
It
Cyrus
hits.
was my boy. I
Oh
was like,
god,
oh,
that hits so great.
Would you count
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma as a JRPG?
that's a
Uh,
Western RPG.
no, it's not.
Western, it's a
RPG
Western
made by
action RPG.
Japanese dubs.
It's Western inspired, but I think it's actually. Hold on, Dragon's
That's
Dogma.
pretty sure
It's an action RPG.
it's an action
Oh,
RPG,
yes,
but it's
but-
technically it's a JRPG, I guess. It's like Dark Souls for the most
Yeah,
part.
it's technically.
'Cause
Yeah, publishers are Capcom, which is a.
Japanese dub.
dub.
Yeah. All
I
right,
was just gonna say
thank you.
Into Free, like that song. Oh god.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
okay,
a
that's a
thought
good one.
of
That's a good one. Yeah, I used to have that one. Playing on my
And
iPad.
the menu theme for freaking Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Now, if we're talking
I never got to hear that.
final boss theme, I gotta say Persona 3.
Yeah, Battle for
Ooh,
Everyone's
yeah.
Souls. That's a real good
Yeah.
one.
Is by
Oh,
which
yeah.
all is revealed.
Which ones are for you, Sasuke?
I'd have to say, like, if we're just talking like themes, not counting final boss themes, I'd have to say Zanza's theme from Xenoblade Chronicles. That theme, just hearing that for the first time, was amazing. What else? Reach Out to the Truth from Persona 4. I literally cannot get enough of that song.
Fair
just-
enough.
It's so good.
Time to make history.
And
is great.
finally,
Time of
History
History
is
is
also good. And I'd have to say Otherworld from Final Fantasy X, the Lord Braska's final Aeon battle theme. That
Yeah,
Damn,
Final
that's-
Fantasy
Final
X has
Fantasy
like a,
X.
has so many. Like the
Seymour. Oh,
Seymour's
so good.
Seymour
okay,
and Seymour Flux.
yeah, Seymour Flux is really good, but Seymour's theme, like Final Battle theme with Seymour, it was just
Yes.
I didn't care for that one.
Hell, the Blitzball though. That theme was great.
Okay.
I don't know.
Pelvic at a loss for words.
I really am.
Thank you,
I
bro.
really am. I really am.
No,
appalled.
I didn't care for that one. The Flux theme was always better for me.
If we're
don't care about
talking
your
final
opinion, that's fine.
bosses, I'd have to say, and this like was a very hard choice for me to think about. I'd have to say the true final boss theme of Persona 4, the one that comes after Mist, that like just that impending doom of Izanami looming over you.
Oh,
like,
Fog
you
or
might die.
yeah, that one's amazing.
Genesis.
That one,
It's
that's
called
another
Genesis.
one. I should make a top 10 video of best final boss themes.
There you go. Man, you want to contribute to the channel. Another one would have to be. It's gonna be One Winged Angel.
Oh, I was waiting.
It's so good. Like I practically grew up on that song because of my mom's boyfriend at the time playing Final Fantasy VII. When I heard it, I was just like, I want this song. Like I don't care how I got it.
Yeah, mind if I
needed
praise the
more of
Lord?
This song.
No.
Like, and then finally, like the third one was a toss up between Dancing Mad from Final Fantasy VI
Yes, Sasuke.
I saw that.
and Armageddon from the End of Crisis Core, the theme for fighting Genesis.
Okay.
I feel bad for Genesis. He was dying there, and then I just kind of shot him in the face with a bunch of meteors.
I think Price
TBI,
of Freedom and Crisis Core is
That's not a final. That's not a final boss theme. That is a
I know.
heartbreaker.
That's a heartbreak. That really is. Oh, God, I can go into that whole thing, but let's keep
Okay.
going. Who has answered the question? Well, Riku. Like you getting ready.
Prepare for all these Falcom games, kids.
Oh my
Name how many Falcom games.
Falcom's
Riku has
finest.
God.
Falcom's finest. I posted in the chat for everyone to hear. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, a third chapter, Overdosing Heavenly Bliss. East members of Sosetta, Black Wings, and the Azure Arbitrator from I don't know, Kiseki. Phenomenal songs. I listen to them when I take a
Alright,
shower.
kid.
Oh, wow.
What?
Do you need final boss themes in the shower, or that's just ridiculous?
Oh yeah.
Man out here looking at them germs like tonight. You.
You have no
Alright,
clue.
kids. How many
You have no
games?
clue.
How many Falcom games did Riku list? Please leave a number down in the chat.
Man, be summoning Valimar to wash up.
There's no way you're not gonna listen to any of those songs and not get hyped.
I'm gonna try them later.
Same.
Blake, did you have any songs?
Oh yeah, okay. So if we're going, so I have like three final. So for final boss themes, to those who have played the Golden Deer route, I'm gonna just post a song in the chat for y'all to listen to. It's called "God Shattering Star." This is probably
Yes,
the greatest song
Yes!
in
I
Three
was
Houses.
so sad that song didn't get in Smash.
Bro, it's
We weren't
so
ready
it's
for
got
it.
it's got a really big build up. It's like an 8-minute long song. They could have
No,
condensed
Bob.
it, but
No, wait. Blake, maybe they didn't want to spoil the final boss theme. You know?
well, see, it's only the final boss theme for Golden Deer. Everyone else has their own final boss themes.
The God Shattering Star is the best.
So God Shattering Star. Fuck, I had. So in terms of regular music though, for whatever reason, I am hooked still on the battle theme for Torna, like the piano and the build up and the catchiness and the fighting and whenever they add Rex into Smash, if they don't have Torna music, there's a problem. I am
Jesus.
so here for this. Same with Chronicles X music, because I don't think we're going to get a Chronicles X character in Smash, but Black Tar holds a special place in my heart.
That's pretty good, yeah.
As well as Attack, like the main theme from Fire Emblem 7, I think. Attack, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah. It's classic, it's 8-bit, it's good.
Okay. One that came off the top of my head for Fire Emblem was the final boss theme in Awakening.
Oh, ID Purpose?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
That was
ID
good.
Purpose.
That's how
It's
that is
only
my head
Purpose.
guess.
It's like saying well tall ID.
Bruh.
You deserve to be thrown.
Like I would slap you if you said well tall ID to me.
Although, to be fair, out of like the 4 Smash remixes
I'll
we
meet at a
have of it, I
convention and
prefer
you
the
go
original.
Blake slapping.
Okay, all right, guys. Those are our Discord questions. We about to get up out of here. Let's go for our outros. Go right ahead, Pelvic.
Okay, well, thank you so much for letting me in here a little late. I really appreciate it. And if you guys would like to hear more about how Nier and Nier Automata is the greatest thing on earth, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Lady Pelvic. And Pelvic Gaming is my YouTube channel. I specialize in JRPGs, a lot of reviews and stuff. Currently, I'm playing. I think I'm about to start Dragon Quest V tonight. I really think I am. So that's gonna be my first ever Dragon Quest. But yeah, no, thank you again, Shadow, for inviting me here and let me temporarily hijack your podcast. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Souls? He's not
Oh,
there.
for
Souls?
coming through.
Oh, okay.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
My bad. Thank you all for coming through. Awesome podcast, awesome topics, awesome questions from the chats and Discord. You can check me out on Twitter at Soul0Souls, and thank you all for coming.
Bao?
First off, shout out to you guys because there's 66 people watching and 65 likes. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Also, thank you for having me on as always. You guys can find me on Twitter at Real Bowser Carriga and YouTube at Bowser Carriga. I am currently doing a no reset run of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. So if someone dies, I cannot bring them back. So if you want to tune into that, be sure to check me out.
Blake?
It has been that time. We got down. We did the talk of the town and all that jazz. Hopefully next time we have a top 3 that I can actually contribute to, or one gotta go rather. Thank you, Shadow, for having me on as always. You can find me at Westtown HD over on anything. Right now we're still playing Kakarot on Twitch. After that, I'm probably gonna take a bit of a hiatus because surgery and all that, so I won't be able to talk. After that, though, hopefully I'll be able to stream Doom Eternal and Fairy Tail, but we'll see where my surgery is at that point.
Okay. Riku?
Riku Sun 1, the only one, aka Riku Sun 1, Petty Sun 1, the pettiest one. Out here with the Slender on the Falcom's finest, Falcom's fire incarnate. We out here messing with people's polls and making sure they put the right games out here. And making people
make a poll with a game that no one likes.
Thank you for having me. Always good to talk about the JRPGs with my JRPG friends.
Okay. And Sosuke?
It was great to be here. I would love to come back. It was a nice time, and you can catch me on Twitter as Arisu Sosuke, on Twitch at Sosuke the Wandering Gamer, and on YouTube as Sosuke the Bro. I'm actually about to start editing some footage from Garo Mark of the Wolves that I recorded because that game is really fun. Like, that's some of that SNK greatness. I'll be uploading that later on through memes. Don't worry about how. But that was great, and I hope to come back next time. Have yourselves a damn good one.
Alrighty, and I am, of course, Shadow Elite. Expect a new video on the channel up this week. Top 10 JRPGs of the decade, 2010 and 2019. The video's hella late, but I don't really care. I'm still gonna upload it anyway. And what else? I got no smoke. This time. You know, usually I say fuck Nier, fuck,
Don't you dare.
You want me to say it for you? Because I got a lot of ammo.
Ah, man. You know,
Boy.
it wouldn't be the same without going out with smoke. So go ahead, Bao.
All right, we're going to end this podcast off with saying that Pelvic has no room to talk about Xenogears or anything else when she can't comprehend the plot as simple as Xenogears. Yeah, she wants to go on and say
simple.
that Nier's
Simple. Okay,
trashy story is amazing. And also, Riku, I haven't forgotten what you did. Pelvic 2 is going to come for you. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but you're going to get yours. Stay tuned for that.
Square up, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go. No, Temtem up, bro. Temtem up.
Oh shit!
Temtem up.
Let's go.
Riku and Pelvic versus Bao versus
Hashtag
Bao in a
Temtem up,
Temtem battle.
motherfucker.
Alright.
Oh my goodness. You guys are insane. All right. We are out of here. Deuces.
Later, Nier's trash.
Bye.
Later.
Oh my god. Shut up. Fucking Temtem ass